Okay. Why are y'all in the questions part where that's the winning video? It's just so I can keep track of the videos. So I know now that that's not automatic, so I can't do that. We are all gonna lose all our channel points, all of them. Papa Points, it was a pleasure to have you. It's mark time, boys.
That's always on the table.
Already answered
sucks.
Already answered how to get points, but for anybody that doesn't know, just watching us gives you points. You can also play the games that we have, like Gamble or Simon Says, by entering the word that Simon says. That gives you channel points. Any type of bet we're running, if you win that, you get channel points. Channel points are pretty generous. There are people with tens of thousands of channel points already. Yep, just watching us, you do it. Hey, not to suck myself off, but could I get a few fill edits in the starting soon? Just a good one. Yeah, sure. Oh, we'll do it at the end. I'll add them at the end, like what I do with debt picks. Start today off good.
Dutch
Easy
says,
money.
How you doing, bums? It seems after seeing Black Panther 2 and not liking it and thinking it's boring, I am no longer black, according to Discord.
Hey, that's fair, because I'm no longer black either, because, and I say this, it is not a very good movie.
That's one of those things where you gotta like it, and if you don't, you're something, and it's like, why can't I just not like a movie? Why can't I just say that, hey, Captain Marvel isn't very good? Oh, women, no story.
So, what's up? Hope, hi, Nami, Sentinel. I'm just gonna say Persona, because I forgot how to say Sentinel. And that's gonna be hard for me. Love One Piece. What was it say best Persona? Meme. Don. Naki, Alfonso, Blaze, Carlo, JCJ, Triton. Yep. Dutch. All right. So, I have the questions thing going, and it's just so we can keep track of the videos we're gonna be doing. And the first video we're doing, Meme Spice won the poll. I'm at the auction. So we're doing Feasting with the King, episode 3. Mediterranean food at 2:33. Because of the amount of channel points he bid, we do 2 minutes of it at the very least.
Goodness.
What do you want?
I hate that Cookie Monster bush. It looks so cheap. It's just a onesie.
The community frowned and said, "Well, hereby help you Dritz the drag down."
Oh, I miss it. Just watched Mandela Catalog, Volume 4, Alex Scare Me. Oh, what's that? Because I am always in the mood for scary.
It's a TV
program. No! I didn't switch back all the audio bits from Phil yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's that YouTube thing. Yeah, so that I've seen a couple of those, and they're very good.
Yeah.
It's one of those YouTube analog horror things. It's a long running story.
All right, so
thank you for the super chat as well. Wendigoon has a very good video on it. If you're a fan of him, he goes through all of it. It's very good, and I enjoy it. It's good stuff there.
So, in between this video and the next video, I'm gonna switch at least some of the field stuff back to the more popular ones. Instead of just having people snort. What's up, Greymon? Alright, so let's get into the first one. The auction's still going on. It's gonna be going on for another, 3 minutes or so.
No tomato. And just get a base flavor and see what it is. So here we go. Lamacoon, my first tasting ever of a Lamacoon. Ready?
Why
It
do you
is
have to
a
rip
soft-
it like a predator. My goodness.
Dude, it is such a soft.
Oh, Lamakun. Ready?
Look how soft this is. Why is he making this face?
Dude, Phil pisses me off.
All the time he's gonna be spent chewing. He's gonna run out of 2 minutes before he goes, Like what? Next video.
So Love One Piece. Whenever an auction is running, all you gotta do is exclamation point bid, and however many channel points you want to bid, it has to be higher than whatever the leader is. Right now, the leader is Triton with 8,500, so it would have to be 8,501 or higher.
That is.
Why does he need to smack like that? He just chewed for 4 years. Why does he now need to do this smacking?
There's no more. You've gotten the flavor. It's in your mouth. There's no more.
Nami the goat says, "Why are we watching an overweight middle-aged man eat?"
Hey, the fans demand it.
That is not what I expected. Wow. I taste all kinds of different spices and seasonings in there. I taste something that's sweet. I taste a bunch of stuff that...
How is he a reviewer if he can't discern? So there's a video. Most people should know of Hot Ones. There's one with Lord, and Lord is eating and going, I can taste coriander and all this stuff within the spices
But
and
he
stuff.
just goes, it's spicy, it's sweet,
I
it's
taste
flavor.
a spice. I taste a sweet.
Thanks, Phil. You go, girl, I guess.
tastes like kind of a little savory. I don't even know what it is, though.
And then
I don't know.
and then he goes, this is different from what I expected. Why not go, I expected it to be like this. It reminds me of this thing. So I expected this. But it is not this thing. It is further, it's closer to this thing. But it's also kind of like, it do something instead of just going, it's got spices in it. Thanks.
Take another bite.
Oh, it's so moist.
Oh, he's
Yo, he's chewing.
so
Oh,
much.
he's still chewing.
It's good.
He chewed
Riveting.
for... Dude, there's been a minute, and he has chewed for literally 45 seconds of it.
So, from what we've gotten, there are spices, it's a bit sweet, and it's good. That is everything he has said.
I don't know what's in it, though.
I don't even know
As you
what
can
this
see now, taking
is.
a few bites, you can see it's like ground beef.
And we said this last night. This bastard ordered it, and he's like, I don't know what this is.
Very well seasoned beef. It's very delicious, but it's sweet. It's like a sweet beef with some kind of a
Spice.
seasoning to it.
So what we've gotten is, it's got a spice, it's got seasonings on it, it's sweet, it's good, it's sweet, and it's got seasoning on it.
And I don't know what it is.
He's reviewing and not reviewing at the same time.
Good thing, thank God he doesn't have a good microphone. I don't want ASMR from this guy.
I gotta have more.
What was with that wide eye?
What is
What
that
it is.
look?
I gotta have more.
What? He's like a cartoon
Not only with the
character.
tomato. It's pretty good with the tomato.
Bro,
No, it's not smoked. It does not taste smoked at all.
his teeth are donezo.
Please say spice or sweet again, Phil. Please, I'm
It
begging.
tastes like the beef that they either marinate or season in a bunch of seasonings. Like
just a pot of seasonings. Just marinated beef and seasonings.
Darkslayer Don 213
Just
says
seasonings.
he's trying to be happy, but his programming.
His programming's preventing it.
Just a pot of seasonings, you know.
Phil eating an apple. It's sweet, a bit sour, but mostly sweet. What is this?
It's got a crunch to it.
bunch of herbs and spices is what it tastes like.
Name an herb and or spice, Phil.
Herbs and spices, no sauce, but herbs and spices.
Try and put your video in the Q&A one.
And timestamp if you want.
And timestamp if you want.
Is it good?
It's good.
And that is 2 minutes. And that is 2 minutes. Yeah. Hey, at least it's good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll do a Mark video. We'll do 1, 2, or 3 minutes for a Mark video if you win. We wanted to set up something because I know some people would rather spend money than their channel points. But I don't have anything set up for it. I guess if you tip $1, we'll watch a minute.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Should you decide to give money or points or whatever? Nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing.
If you want to, no, you ain't got to. If you want to.
Yeah, because some people are not gonna have the channel points they want, but they will have the money.
I hate the glasses on the spider. It looks so stupid.
But he's so cool. He sees the future.
Get him off the screen.
Get him off the screen. Oh my God, Triton, what are you doing? Did we watch this or was it Comey?
It was Comey. It would appear as though we have never left. That's what I assume. That's what it's seeming like to me. It's always Mark. It's always an AnimeWins. You animals.
Do we have a timestamp or what do we have? Do members get free points again? Yes or no? Members get additional points for every second or for every minute they watch, I should say. Whatever it is. So
I think it's like 1.3
yeah.
points or something like that.
If you're a member, you get more than the typical. So for every 3 minutes you watch, you're basically getting another point. If
starting from the beginning, I guess. How long?
He spent over 5,000, so he gets 3 minutes.
Pretty great CGI.
DA took off his headphones. He's leaving. He's walking out. He is currently walking.
I don't know when I'm gonna be back.
He doesn't know when he'll be back. He's currently leaving. He has left the room. He is already done. Oh no. Oh no.
What a bum.
I forgot I had set that up. Thanks for joining the bums.
This is trash.
Yeah, let me start the next auction, y'all.
This is trash. What makes this good? AnimeWins. What's bad CGI?
Blaze Ryder
Play
says,
it. I'm not gonna listen.
with AnimeWins, every verse is same as the first.
Every verse, same as the first.
Never left.
Providing us with a much appreciated semi-complete world map this early on, just establishing the anime right off the bat.
It is a giant blob on the right and a giant blob on the left.
We don't know based upon this how it differs from our world. This is not semi-complete. This is two things. Oh man, let me praise this in anime for doing.
Vinland Saga and the kind old grandpa from My Dress Up Darling, both of which I've covered, by the by.
Why do some things get more than one and other things? Oh no, because I've done those things. But I'm sure because the dude that voices Bakugo Ding, He's done other stuff, but that was probably earlier in the channel, so he didn't have. But I'm just saying, I'm gonna name two things that they've done as opposed to one thing. It doesn't make too much sense. And what was one of them? Was it just a kindly old man
from My Dress Up Darling?
What the? That sounds like a bit part.
I believe he's referring to the grandfather, but I couldn't be sure.
All right, I'm not dead, but I swear to God, I wish I fucking was.
Also, though, moving him within the scene like a moving camera shot, like it's no big deal. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
70%.
Do you believe that that's not a problem?
You must ask yourself, why are they not subscribing?
We don't have any of those old clips set up. It was still filmed from yesterday. I forgot to change them.
Morris says, even if you time me, I still win.
It's funny you say that.
It's a big problem. If you the fact that you have to ask, number one, and the fact that you're not like, why aren't they subscribed?
Yeah, why am I not questioning the lack of want from a person to subscribe? If you are seeking subscribers.
If the month wants to subscribe, them reminding you like, hey, subscribe, them being reminded, then they're not doing it of their own volition, so they're less likely to watch you, and as such, it's gonna be a dead number. But it's the YouTube game. Also snort.
We are 30 seconds into the video before he started begging for likes.
Viewers aren't subscribed, so that and hitting the like button and leaving a proper comment are massively
What's
appreciated.
What's an improper comment? Just saying the N-word?
Okay, so 2 wins here. Firstly, it's immediately noticeable that effort has gone into inventive camera shots, such as...
What? It was a pan out!
This zoomed out shot here, and the twist from Winner Before I mentioned, plus that fading effect. But also, they stuck like an astonishing 35 frames into his, oh my god, what have I done moment.
I'm so tired of it.
I'm all for it. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck. Why am I toxic?
Takio from the outstanding Ore Monogatari.
And nothing else, apparently. And nothing. This guy. Hey,
is he
this thing?
He can't just go.
Hooray!
He can't just go. Hey, how about this is a big old Chad move from this guy.
Yes. You see a lot of his personality here. He's about his mission. It's done. He moves on.
This moment serving as a nice setup to not only his character, but also what it means to be a spy in this particular story, going from place to place, lying and stealing and cheating your way to your mission's goal.
That's what a spy is.
I gotta admit, it's a personal win, but I love stuff like that.
What is the impersonal win? Do you believe you're doing objective wins outside of this thing when you just go awooga?
I'm a big fan of movies like Mission Impossible and games like Hitman, so getting missions all covertly is awesome to me.
He did not establish where he's getting the mission from.
Nope.
He just says, I like it. So we would have had to watch Spy X Family and then remember where he got it from.
Zay, it's not viewer request month, it's a auction stream. Basically, the people in the stream auction off their channel points, and the winning bid, we watch the video that they select. No matter what the video is, as long as it won't get the channel in trouble somehow.
Genuinely, one of the most stunningly gorgeous looking scenery shots since I finished making videos on Jobless Reincarnation.
It looks fine! What are you talking about?
There's buildings over there, and over there, and over there, and there's a lot of trees.
With splotches of darker green and lighter green. It looks fine. It's not... Genuinely, oh my, let me hang this up on the wall. It's fine. Shut up.
勝手に入ってくれ。劣悪な環境だな。だが。
Going first person like it's absolutely no big deal at all.
Is it a...
If he goes JoJo's, this might be a premature cast.
It's not... It's whatever. It's just a first-person shot.
Also, though, giving us a look at yet more lore as we learn how one of the largest characters of the show was living up till this point in the story, whilst at the same time giving an insight into his frame of mind, such as how he can personally make use of a child living in such a tragic condition.
Look how dirty it is. What do you mean?
SAJX says, enough.
Enough.
Work to his benefit, which will nicely come full circle alongside his character arc later on.
この子はどう見ても4、5歳かそうか。いや、身長とか。
Yeah.
The dichotomy of this tragically adorable moment as she tries to make herself appear slightly taller and thus older in order to be adopted.
No, not slightly older.
Well, technically older because he said 4 or 5 and she needed to be 6.
But he's still, but the height thing is just that she's small, so she's trying to make herself look big.
お前はそれでいいのか。
Is this good?
Vivi from Vivi Fluorite Ice Song.
There are 4
I
more.
don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Also, though, Waku Waku.
I took it off. I don't know what he said.
He named another role.
Of course he did. Did he ding it also?
Yes.
But why did the whole guy get one ding?
That is 3 minutes. And that is it. So we finished this a little earlier than I expected. So auction is ending in 10 seconds.
Unbelievable. Did
6,
he say Imperial from JoJo?
5, nope.
Because
4,
does the voice.
3,
Surely.
2, 1. Auction is closing. Oh, hope just a little too late.
One of the wives in Demon Slayer, he knows about that. But he picks that whatever show.
Naki, let me know what video we're gonna be watching. And the next auction begins now. Yeah, you go now. Your planet needs you. Piece of AnimeWins.
Enough of him.
He's so terrible, dude. He's so awful. Oh, you didn't win. Oh my God. I was about to go crazy. What are we doing? What are we doing? Do you have a timestamp? Are we watching it from the beginning? What are we doing?
Always include a timestamp if you win. If not, we're just going to rock it from wherever.
God!
What is up with this? What is we about to become a month in? We've not done Lily Orchard, but yet this is the second time we're doing Lily Orchard. Man, she's gonna be a runaway hit next viewer request month. Gonna be in Lily month.
All right, still no timestamp, so I'm just gonna start the video in 10 seconds. Oh, 105. All right, there we go. Starting from 105. How many channel points did you bid? Under 5,000. 2 minutes we get for this.
Over there. So what makes quality as cartoon fandom, but there's more things pandering to their tastes over there. So when someone says they don't like anime, their first thought
go back. I want to hear that. No, I just want to hear the entire point. That's all.
in a Venn diagram between anime that we perv pandering bothers me, but more than that, the subject matter bothers me. See, I've never been under the impression.
But I swear to God, I wish I fucking was.
that there isn't good anime, just that in a Venn diagram between anime that weebs like and anime that's actually good, there is no intersection. Weebs have the same attitudes about what makes quality.
But there is.
Yeah.
What do you consider a weeb, first off, and why do their tastes?
Cowboy Bebop, what's wrong with Cowboy Bebop? And is Cowboy Bebop not good? Spy Family is good, and weebs love Spy Family.
Yeah, that was the big thing.
Weebs love Pokemon.
Pokemon is actually good? What makes Pokemon actually good? Why is My Hero, in Lily Pete's opinion, not very good? This is a problem with this Venn diagram here. I shouldn't have asked to go.
You shouldn't have!
That's actually good, there is no intersection. Weebs have the same attitudes about what makes quality as cartoon fandom, but there's more things pandering to their tastes over there. So when someone says they don't like anime, their first thought is to shove those things into people's faces.
No, they're very accessible.
Sorry, I'm gonna refund those channel points because the auction was supposed to run longer than that. In fact, I'm just gonna take the timer away because it seems like it's going too quickly. So, Carlos, sorry, I'm just gonna refund your channel points because it was supposed to run way longer than that. Sorry, you're going.
Lily P said, what did she say? She said something, and that thing that she said was wrong, and I disagreed.
Vehemently.
And I'm right.
Yeah, sorry. Restarting this again.
As if they just assume people's problems with anime is that it isn't adult enough. Into people's faces, as if they just assume people cartoon fandom, but there's more things pandering to their tastes over there. So when someone says they don't like anime,
what things are pandering to their tastes? Is it anything that is to your taste and you see something that you like pandering to those tastes? If you like a space drama in space and there's a drama in space, that is pandering to your taste. It's not directly pandering to you, but this is a show about space, and if you like it, it's going to be inherently pandering towards you.
Lily is sex negative? Why would she draw her avatar like this?
It's very va-va-voom.
I don't understand.
their first thought is to shove those things into people's faces, as if they just assume people's problems with anime is that it isn't adult enough. And this has always turned me off. I already didn't like these shows on my home continent, I'm not gonna like them from somewhere else. I could never be an anime fan because the only anime I've enjoyed are the ones that are completely unlike what anime is usually like.
What is anime usually like?
This is a deliberately reductive statement. As in Japan, the audience overwhelmingly favors family shows much like the rest of the world, and the super serious adventure dramas are an increasing dying niche product.
Light Side Hope says,
go outside and talk
nothing
to
in
people.
Slam Dunk or Ippo is pandering to me other than amazing character writing. I dislike sports.
Same here.
Yeah. DA vehemently does not like getting into sports manga because they have all these like anchor arm things to make it look
kind of ruined that for me.
yeah, so they need these kind of visually stunning metaphors, and it's just like, ugh.
But this statement is just, I'm saying this thing, but also it's a deliberately reductive statement. So if you believe my initial statement, that's good. Believe it. But if you don't believe my initial statement, it is deliberately reductive, and so I'm still right. So it's playing both sides of the field. And also overwhelmingly favors family shows, much like the rest of the world. Demon Slayer is not a quote-unquote family show. It's a super serious adventure drama.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. What is the most popular anime movies? Most highest grossing?
Demon Slayer was one.
I know. I just want the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of just spaced on what to search. I was just like,
top 10 grossing.
No, not the best.
Top 10
My
grossing.
God, no, that's what I did.
Oh, clearly you didn't if you click best.
No, Google's wrong.
Oh, Google is wrong.
Yeah, it's not catered to me. It's not pandering to me.
Lily can be sexy, but God forbid a show does it.
Demon Slayer, Spirited Away. Spirited Away is not necessarily.
Master Jinx says, Cowboy Bebop is amazing. Could they explain what they mean instead of just saying stuff?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Your Name, Howl's Moving Castle, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Ponyo, Weathering with You, Stand By Me, Doraemon, One Piece Film Red, and Pokemon the first movie. So that is 2 adventure, 3 adventure, 4 adventure. Spirited Away can be considered both. Your Name is not necessarily family, but it is lower key. Howl's Moving Castle is not necessarily action, but it's kind of both. Same thing with Ponyo. Stand By Me Doraemon is Doraemon, which is pretty family oriented. This is false. Source, I go outside and talk to people. Yes, I understand that that's a joke, but you're also not really sourcing anything. You're just laying a claim that Japan does this, and you've got no evidence for it.
Hold on, just giving them some points real quick.
I remember really enjoying Card Captors growing up, but that came with the caveat of a Canadian dubbing company stripping every horrible, disgusting thing out of it.
No, we're not keeping the romance arc between a 4th grade student and her teacher. I don't care about your artistic vision, Clamp. It's not legal over here.
And I still have very fond feelings about Hamtaro and Metabots. Even recently, there was one show called Sweetness and Lightning that actually looked like it would be right up my alley. There's just one little problem. It's never been localized, which immediately takes the wind out of my sails. Oh yeah, sure, good.
Can't dub. No, oh no, can't sub. Only dub. Maybe
Could you
they're
go back to the list of things that she considers to be actually good?
158. Yep. Wait, Sweetness and Lightning is right there. She just said it sounds like it'd be up her alley, but it never got localized. Maybe we need to keep going and she'll just say, but I still decided to watch it.
No reading hard.
Anime exists, it's just all the way over there with an entire language barrier in the way. Ah, shucks, if only I cared enough to become trilingual. Over the years...
You don't have to become trilingual, you just have to read the subtitles. They're there. It's not inaccessible. Most will sub something within an hour of it coming out. It's lightning fast. Now, you can argue the accuracy of it.
Yes. Especially if it's fan. Because, you know, a lot of them aren't even college learning.
If that was her argument of, I've been burned by so many poor fan subs that it just gets on my nerves. But you can just go, I'll just watch the official version at Crunchyroll or whatever.
I really put Gamble Jackbot.
And there are a lot less of the bad stuff than the good stuff.
Subs are for weebs, in her opinion. That's it.
That's what it just seems like.
But how does she watch Sweetness and Lightning if it's on the good list?
Show's been thrown across my desk by far savvier correspondents.
Lightside Hope says, read the subtitles, you bum. You made a script, so I have to believe you can read. Now read.
Now read!
Enough to become trilingual. Over the years, a few shows have been thrown across my desk by far savvier correspondents, only to come with a big oozing caveat that if I want to watch it, I'll have to focus on the bottom 2 inches of the screen with my brain consciously filtering out visuals.
Oh, you're one of those. They're filtering out music, voice acting. You're one of them?
I cannot multitask in my brain to absorb the visual information and read a subtitle at the same time.
Music, voice acting, and the very idea of looking away from the screen for more than half a second if I want to follow along with the story. And as someone who likes to multitask and actually enjoys the auditory experience of watching a show, no thanks.
Now, if you like to multitask, like if you want to watch an anime while you're playing a game,
absolutely,
I have no problem with
fine.
that. But to completely cut out anime, that just tells me that you're not really paying attention to the thing you're even watching. You're just kind of absorbing quasi information of it, tangential information from it, because I could be playing God of War and reading the subtitles of that while I'm listening to this, And am I getting 100% of the information from both sides if I'm trying to pay attention to two different things? That's why I can't listen to new music while I'm reading a book, because I try to pay attention to the new music.
That's the same thing as I.
But I can listen to songs I've heard 1,000 times before because they kind of just start fading into the background. That's why people like a lot of YouTube videos like us, where you can just kind of fade into the background. You can just hear us, we'll say something loud, and then you'll think, okay, now I gotta pay attention to whatever they're saying because it's loud, so something must have happened. But you could be working, you could be playing a game,
you could be cutting meat,
you could be cooking, anything without paying attention to us, and you don't really miss that much.
But I find it very odd that she's going, I have to focus on the screen, and what I want to do is focus on another screen
Meme
and
Spice
look back
says,
every now and
you
again.
can pause and rewind if you missed something. IT ain't that hard.
It's
ain't
not that hard.
She wants to do something else, but focus on the, she said focus on the visuals. How can you focus on the visuals if you're multitasking? You want to focus on something else and not focus on the thing that you're focusing on.
So my go-to response to any show that crosses my social media feed that actually looks like it would be good is, oh, that looks cute, let me know if it gets an English release. So imagine my surprise when someone popped into my inbox to say, hey Lily, Spy Family got an English release, a few days after I mentioned seeing its subtitled trailer on Twitter. And I was like, oh fuck, really? Alright, I'm in. Because that shit looked fucking great. Fake marriage shenanigans, that kind of Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing going on, and there's a cute psychic baby with Bonnie energy in it. And that was the point where I sat right the fuck up, and a few weeks later when Michaela was over, I got around to watching it. And after I was like...
You're not supposed to work! It's incredible, and I'm mad about it.
So Spy X Family is about a spy named Twilight.
Not supposed to work.
That's our 2 minutes.
She's very frustrated.
She's so frustrating, dude! I will never understand. Ever.
Yeah, just like that said, I guess manga's just out of the picture. Because reading.
Alright, we've got 30 seconds, I'll say. In the meantime, I will reset up at least All Hell No, because I know that one's super popular.
Man.
Yeah, I truly don't understand her.
Master Jinx says, as someone that only watches subs, I don't understand this argument. Is it really that difficult to read and watch at the same time?
Apparently it is.
And it's something I don't think I'll ever truly understand. We'll keep toxic.
Again, if preferences is one thing, but my goodness, just I want to focus on something else, and the subtitles is not allowing me to focus on the thing that I want to focus on. I want to focus on the visuals, and the subtitles detract from that, but I also want to focus on this game that I'm playing. Unbelievable.
Alright, All Hell No is back. If there's another audio thing that y'all really liked, I'll bring it back. But for now, it's still mostly Phil stuff. Auction ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Det wins with 38.55. Please let us know what video we're going to be watching.
Unbelievable.
Bring back Explain. Yep, timestamp if you want a timestamp. What was Explain? Because some of these are not...
Explain yourself, you baby!
Well, that's easy enough. Let me rename that to Explain.
I don't like the just, hey, click the link. I'd prefer to know what we getting into.
And it looks like 201.
Go ahead. Click it. This bastard? Wait. How long? 26
minutes.
He was in a chapter for the past, and then he was in like 40 more chapters of a fight.
I've been warned.
No, I understand that this dude does that. His name means this, and the name comes from this, and it could represent this thing. But how long can you do that?
26 minutes.
What's the dude's name?
Meti.
Meti, yeah.
Banned. Gone. Forever.
I'm just so tired of this stupid shit.
Gentle and
Light side Hope
LeBron.
says, I'm usually a dub person cause I prefer to hear the language I know. But if something I want to watch is sub only, I'm not gonna miss it a place further than the universe is sub only in its top 10.
Yeah, like, I would never stop myself from watching something that looks interesting just because there's no dub. I prefer dub, absolutely.
But Gentle and LeBron, his video on Gentle and LeBron, 14 minutes.
That's impossible.
Two separate people, longer than this, where it wasn't just, I'm a demon and now we fight. Longer than this. Change Deku a little bit. Yeah. And it's 14, and this dude gets 26. If you ask me to say a letter that his name has, I wouldn't be able to confidently. But General LeBraba gets 14 minutes.
All right, so this was greater than 2,500, but less than 5,000 points. So this gets 2 minutes.
How does Inosuke get 19 minutes and this guy gets 26? Who is this guy?
We're about to learn.
You have been warned. Kaigaku.
Explain yourself, you baby!
Oh, hell no.
What a combo!
Avoid spoilers. You have been warned. Kaigaku is a rival character turned antagonist that functions as the main foil to one of the 4 protagonists of Kimetsu no Yaiba.
The main foil?
Is he a rival character? He just sort of belittled him a little bit and then came back.
That being Zenitsu Agatsuma, with them both living very similar lives before becoming demon slayers, right up to them both being offered a second chance at said life to make things better by the former Thunder Pillar Jigoro Kuejima. Though, where Zenitsu reforged himself through his Gramps' training little by little, Kaigaku worked to satiate his unfillable hunger, which eventually led him to sacrificing his humanity to obtain more power. Though before we get too deep into that, let's first understand the meaning behind his name.
No, I don't want to. I don't care, Meti. Who is he?
What does this do for a person? For them to go, wow, that's the meaning of their name? Alright.
And design. Starting first with Kaigaku's name, with the kanji used to make it up being Kai, which means a sly or tricky person, and Gaku, which translates essentially to mountain or peak, can cause
a sly peak? Wow!
Well, this
a
is
tricky mountain?
Truly,
cool.
This character is peak. That's what he's just trying to say. If he says that, I'm done. I'm sorry.
His name to hold a sort of double meaning to it. First, when you read it together, Kaigaku's name speaks of his own ego, as someone who deceives others into believing he's at his peak, or tricks himself into believing that he's bigger than he is.
You are truly giving a lot of leeway to tricky
Dark
person.
Slayer Don 213 says, "Hey y'all, found my new sleep playlist, thank you."
This is the one.
Something like this will put you right out.
Though, the end of his name, the Gaku
Stuff
portion,
like this
is
tricked me into thinking my own character name needed to mean something. Yeah, you don't necessarily need it to. We got it. It's fine.
more of a standard ending for Japanese names. So the key focus of the name itself is the sly or tricky portion of it, which relates to his willingness to betray not only other people, but his own humanity. And though he doesn't have a stated family name in the main series, in the high school spin-off series, Kimetsu Academy,
this does not matter to me.
he is given one, this being Inadama, which is the name of a rice spirit that governs the harvest produced each year of rice.
What? If there's an audience for it, blessings upon them.
Dude, blessings upon you all.
But this learning is for the birds. I'm not about this. I don't care.
And has some relation to Tanokami, or the god of the harvest, which is a kami famous for its Inari shrines, or fox shrines. These temples where foxes would act as messengers to Tanokami and would watch over the shrines that people would give small donations to in hopes of being blessed with a good year.
Who could, dude? This is legitimately no joke.
All for it. Cuck life, 100%. Live the life of the cuck.
Who could possibly care?
And how does this shrine thing tie into his actions or personality or anything? I'd like to hear that.
This year. Now, how does this connect back to Kaigaku? Well, both the fact that he was raised in a temple that was very similar to an Inari shrine, and that foxes in Japanese culture are creatures associated directly with being sly or tricky.
So, because he was raised in a temple, let's just have his name be synonymous with a temple. I don't know. Dang, shut up. Leave me alone.
Of course, connects to his given name, though there's another connection found in the name, but we'll discuss that later in the video.
Why when this is the name segment?
Now, design-wise, Kaigaku is rather interesting. Firstly, based on the style of his hair and the exaggerated sideburns, I believe that Kaigaku's overall design might have been based off of Akira Fudo from Devilman.
Okay, yeah. We hit our 2 minutes. I don't see how this is... Dude, there is nothing here that says that.
His Devilman's hair is a lot neater. And then the sideburns are attached as opposed to Homeboy. It's just sort of hairs going to the side of his face, mimicking sideburns.
That we will never leave Persona. Ever. Music, visuals, it is ingrained in these cucks' lives. Alright, that's our 2 minutes. Bidding ends in 30 seconds. I see people want the old cuck as well, so I will keep Phil's cuck and add the old one. You were about to say something?
I was about to say, I want to know what he was going to say about the necklace thing, but it's fine.
No, we can
Light Side Hope says,
I didn't say that.
yeah, but Devilman went back in time to create Hitler. Checkmate.
Checkmate, atheist. Checkmate, Meti. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. What do I need? Redeem. What's a good one to take away? Dead is good. Snort. Explain. Stupid.
Boy, just getting these snippets of people, it's just like, oh, nah. I'll stay away. Maybe that's why Gentle was so short, because he couldn't do the name thing.
Yeah.
Or as much, because I'm sure he did. Where is it?
Sorry, I'm gonna have to listen to.
No, My Hero Shuriko Epidemia.
No, never mind.
I'm good.
This dude deserves minimal happiness.
That's not it.
Nobody's listening to you, you cuck!
Who was that?
AnimeWins.
Fair.
I think it was even during the Demon Slayer one of the Demon Slayer ones.
There's no way to tell.
There's no way to tell. Sorry. All right. Bidding ends in 5.
We don't. You don't really have to count, because by the time the countdown
Yeah,
ends,
that's why I go slow, because we're 12
it's
seconds
still-
behind.
it's still
At least
gonna be
they'll
done.
hear it.
Master
But
Jinx
then,
says,
but then it'd be
here's
10
the
seconds!
difference between
There's
these
no
two
time.
characters. Akira
So,
from Devilman is
like,
an actual
bidding's
character.
over.
You just spoke over their whole thing.
Oh well, what did they say?
Here's the difference between the two characters. Akira from Devilman is an actual character.
I'm sure he has more time for development and stuff instead of just rocking up near the end, just going, "Yeah, I became a demon, and I'm happy about it." He needed a foil.
And auction ends. Meme, you win with 8,000 points, which means we watch 3 minutes of whatever video you do. Please put the video in the question segment so we know what we're doing.
Also with the timestamps if you want it. Oh, these are mistakes.
I
don't want to do the thing that somebody is gearing up to do, and whoever does it is getting a big old fat time.
Y'all seen
It's me. All your past traumas personified.
It seems like they're good with the TTS today, so I will take away the time limits for them. Don't abuse it, or I will reinstate it.
Configuration updated successfully.
Don't do it.
Or do it. Final Fantasy X changed everything and I hate it. At 57 minutes and 59 seconds.
Why don't you have a taste? Oh, that's near the end.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Worried because Yuna kept jumping off the shoe puff. But at the same time, he was happy because she was happy. I like that. It shows the lovable hunk of fur does have a softer side. He's also the only character that shows any form of growth when he has to prove himself by beating up 2 of the Ronsos that broke his horn.
He's not the only character that shows any level of growth.
Of all the places you could have picked, you picked this cuck Kimari.
Waka literally was just like, your outfit, I hate outfits, but you're cool, so his hatred of Albed softened. I don't think it went completely away, because he is big racist energy.
Kimari's just a bit of a brick wall in terms of expression. He doesn't talk at all for the first half of the game. I think he has...
But he does! He talks... Well, no, there is a... It's not the first half of the game, it's just there's a certain point where after... I think it's right as you're leaving a certain town and there's a big like, not a big shrine, but there's a big attachment thing. He just goes... He says something and Titus like, you can talk? It's not half the game. Yeah. That's far too much.
Approximate number of 100 lines of dialogue. I'd like to think
T-Rex 525 says, Waka, chillweed guy? No, filthy racist.
Yeah, he is both. It's just like, oh, there's some hatred in his heart. I love me some Waka, but it's just like, ooh, if there was a slur, he'd be slinging it.
What's up, fighting game gimmick? I forgot to start the next auction, so that's on me.
Gino Taku 91 says, to be honest, I never play any of the Final Fantasy games. Sorry.
10 is amazing.
Yeah, you're good. It's a lot of people's like first turn-based RPG or first RPG in general, so they have a lot of fond memories of it, but a lot of them aren't that great.
This is because of the horn being removed and the shame that followed. Also, no one really interacts with him. He's a pretty inconsequential character in terms of the main plotline, kind of like Riku, Waka, and Lulu.
Does he think like Tidus and Yuna are the only, and Auron are the only consequential people in the story?
No Riku, Titus is dead. No Waka. Titus does not interact with anybody else within this party. Lulu, not necessarily having any sort of plot relevance or anything, but not all characters need to. But you are false. This is wrong.
All feel like they're just along for the ride, while Auron's connection to Braska and Jecht makes him more of a centerpiece in the story. Tidus and Yuna try.
But he's not really a centerpiece, because as you just said with Kimari, who really talks to Auron?
That's a good question.
Fail to be important. Riku's annoying.
Riku is annoying.
Meme Spice says, can't wait for this to finally get fully revisited.
And that's the part where Yuna's just like, I go in there and I die. And she's like, no.
How much for auction? Retrospectively looking at the comment, I sound dumb. Not at all. Auctions are whoever has the highest bid before the auction end wins.
Channel points.
Yeah, channel points. It could be literally 3 channel points. It could be 30,000 channel points. You never know.
And Lulu are dumb, and Kimari was alright.
Waka and Lulu are dumb.
Thoughts on Blue Exorcist? I remember reading it when I first started getting into manga. I'm thinking of picking it up again. It was fine. I have no big love or hatred of it. It was roughly a middling series, like 6.5, but I didn't get too far into it.
I will say this about this video.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that he explained himself. Why he thinks that.
No.
Is there a character? I forgot about your horrible. Oh, I hate this. Why is it so fast? Is there not a character section? Is there not a character section? What are you doing? So I guess it must be sprinkled into the story section.
When your quiet guy is one of the best characters. Also, who in the hell is
Why is he one of the best characters?
Because he had actual development, unlike the other people.
Okay, so development equals good. This is what we rail against. It's not just development equaling good.
Was faith? And why did they explain so little about him? How is he present watching Titus grow up in dreams, Anakin? Does he have teleportation skills? You really needed another string-pulling god character to add to the million other ones you've got going on currently?
There was an explanation. I do not necessarily remember the explanation for
fair.
that.
It's been years.
But there was an explanation. Do not. I will revisit this tomorrow if he's talking about Seymour the Guano in a negative light.
Discussing the villains, I have to start with the question, which one? Because there's two who get focused on, and then the main guy who doesn't get any screen time, and then there's Sin and whatever.
Yevon is omnipresent throughout the series. He's the symbol of the religion that everything is based upon within the world.
But does he get enough screen time?
That is all of them piss off. I think there will always be room for a second prominent heel in FFs. 6 has Emperor Gestal.
Mean
7
Spice
has
says, Waka is at the start of this timestamp.
Oh, Waka's at the start. Oh no.
Rakor.
We're not doing it though.
But there's like 5 bad guys here. Let's just talk about the supposed one. Kitase said that Sin was...
Sin is just a big wall. He's a tornado coming through.
Yeah, a meteor falling to Earth.
Seymour is the one that's just like it's a more personal. With all
Light
of y'all.
Side Hope says, of course, protect the summoner, even at the cost of one's life. The code of the Guardian. How admirable. Well, if you are offering your lives, I will have to take them.
Created to be a presence that people can't avoid. Yet this doesn't work considering Sin doesn't really do much in the game. Okay,
You just
look at the destruction!
Outside of Sin fucking up Kilika Island and Samarkand, fucking up a giant army at Mushroom Rock and teleporting you to Biganol Island, where else in this
except for these
four
big
things, major things within the story.
What else does he do?
Why can't Sin just always be
Master
up the
Jinx
street?
says, development does not just mean growth. I haven't played this game, but I'm sure the other characters get moments that showcase their personalities, and motivation development isn't just one thing.
Yeah.
He's just wrong.
People believe that development only equals growth.
But Sin is a worldwide thing, not just he's always up the street. Because if he's just always destroying the place that you're at, how are you going to survive each and every time? It's illogical for that to happen.
50-hour game, do you feel the presence of Sin? Because for the rest of the game, it's trying to establish a second villain.
No, you do feel the presence of Sin because they're constantly talking about the pilgrimage to defeat Sin. That's the entire purpose of getting every single Aeon.
The High Court of Yevon, eventually Unalesca.
The High Court of Yevon is like, there's a better way. We can do this. They're talking about Sin.
Otaku 91 says, that not evil enough for the villain?
That's not evil enough. It's not enough.
The final summoning will be yours. The final summoning for what? To defeat Sin.
Summoner to bring about the calm, and the real final boss, Yevon, who was never talked about or mentioned until Unalesca brought him up 3 hours from the end. Technically, it's not worse than 9 introducing its true villain.
The prey is praise be to Yevon. It's literally the prey. The ball hand bow thing is Yevon.
at the end, but both plot twists fucking suck. One's just a better game. Who's the bad guy here? Who do you want me to focus my hatred on?
There can be so many bad guys, yo. There doesn't need to be the bad guy. There could be 4 or 5 bad guys.
On all of them? I can't.
Yes, you can focus on multiple bad guys at multiple points in the story. We're focusing on this guy, but that still is a problem over there. But this guy is in front of us right now.
Hey, you Yevon. He's a cute little boy. Who fucking hate our cute little boys? Seymour gets the most screen time out of all of them. I hate this because Seymour sucks. All his character wants is to become the next Sin. He just wants the power to dick up everything by marrying Yuna, which could have worked if they built him up to be any kind of
Light side
believable
hope
romantic.
says, your hope ends here, and your meaningless existence with it.
Your meaningless existence with it.
Rival to Tidus, and also weren't so blatant and one note about his evilness. Kinda like another guy. Well, the first bit anyway.
Where is your example of him being blatant?
Kinda obvious. I just want some character, something to make me care. It's wasted
He
potential.
does have so much character. The kiss and then kill them. Yeah, no, I'll let them go. Just marry me. Kiss, kill them.
That's our time.
His mind is closed off. Even me, a maester of Yevon.
Light side hope says, no Seymour, to die and release him from his suffering. Spyra is consumed by the spiral of death. To destroy, to asterisk heal Spyra, I will become Sin with your help, Lady Yuna. Come, Lady Yuna.
Auction ends in 30 seconds.
What did we think of you, Yevon? Because Mom kind of has some
Meme
stuff to
Spice
say about
says,
that one.
can't wait for my freebie.
It's been a long time, so I literally couldn't tell you about it. But introducing it at the end, I've never been a fan of just introducing things at the very end. That's one of the reasons I don't like Moon Mama. Just like there's nothing really here, but here's the big bad. And I think Your Goon doesn't do that. They actually have don't roll your eyes, never mind.
Nah, I'm just rolling my eyes about that video.
All right, 10 seconds, y'all.
Well, I might have to watch that 4-hour analysis.
You might have already if it's already filled up in the bar.
This is ALX. I don't watch on ALX.
You don't? Because
No.
I for sure didn't watch this.
Why would I watch stuff on ALX? There's no YouTube Premium.
You got ad blocks, don't you?
But on the phone.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about it on the phone. I'm talking about it on the
I
laptop.
don't watch stuff on my laptop.
That's crazy. You only watch things on your phone?
Yeah. I cast it to the TV.
That's... you were
Meme
anti-technology,
Spice
man!
says,
My laptop
so we getting that
sucks.
revisited tomorrow?
No. Naki.
That was a hyperbolic statement to express my disappointment at this video.
Naki, you are the winner. You are over 5,000, so we do 3 minutes of your video. Yeah, Fighting Gimmick, our channel, just exclamation point things. You'll figure things out quickly.
It's such a good game.
It's such a good game. I don't understand the issues that he has. Remind me of you guys' names again. BG, DA. I'm BG with the lighter voice, DA with the deeper voice. Just that easy. It's acronyms. If you can remember background, you will probably remember the things.
I want to watch that video now. I want to play the game and do that. If that's going to be your horrible points. But
yeah, we're
that
eventually
will
gonna have
come eventually.
Eventually. For now, we need Naki's video. Oh no, did they not have one prepared? Didn't think they were gonna win?
I swear if we're going back to Lily Pete.
Gene Otaku 91 says, I wonder if you guys would add on Roxy World video on Nami the worst straw hat on the list of revisited?
Didn't you tag me in the Discord about that? Because I think it was. Because I think Beelish did it and they were not happy about it.
Who is
Dude,
it?
that drained me. I need a nap.
What's the name? Rocks D World.
DG Light and DA Dark. There you go. Light background.
Ooh, a 13
Meme
minute
Spice
one.
says, well, it better be soon also. He kinda shits on the music saying there are only 3 memorable tracks.
Yeah, okay. BG Scammer and DA Simp. Yeah, that's an easier way to say it, even though I'm not a scammer, but he's definitely a simp.
Is my YouTube?
That is not something that is very interesting, nor is it very funny on multiple repeats. And
Well, someone's gonna be happy, as we're doing.
I do not find it funny when the main character gets hit by the main female chick. That is
What a terrible voice!
This is not. You need
It's a
some.
valid reason. The most recent example in 1058, she hits Luffy on the head because he sailed
You
off.
can't. Okay. Jesus, not Mark.
Yes, definitely Mark. Totally not Mark. And his lobby, 1724.
I will add that Nami video to the stream one because that is not going to be a revisited proper.
Okay, I'm gonna watch for a while, so I better get myself to know what's going on. Sure thing. Never feel obligated to watch us.
Yeah, that's fine. Especially a scuffed one like this.
Yeah.
We're watching in Mark. Why?
Robin accepts that she wants to live. The goal remains to rescue her, but now the gang are given a secondary goal and reason to split up into a bunch of different groups. Robin, you see, is cuffed with a sea prism and thus cannot use her powers. She also feels incredibly weak, and so as Luffy rushes to her aid,
I don't like those footsteps. It sounds like a child running.
the rest of the crew partake in intense combat against the rest of the sea.
These are a lot of Dragon Ball sound effects for One Piece.
P9 agents to find the corresponding keys that match the cuffs that are in their possession.
Stop!
I'm glad whoever editor saw, I'm glad you walked away from this.
Super simple concept, but it's carried out in the story masterfully and to great effect. Let me explain. You would expect that.
Let me explain! He said the thing, y'all! He done did it!
But how will it? What's the explanation?
Have you guys ever played the Dishonored games? I played Dishonored 1. I have Dishonored 2. I just haven't picked it up yet. I like Dishonored not. Dishonored's fun. I don't like Deathloop, though. I don't like it.
As they split up, the characters would end up stumbling into, by chance, opponents that best complement their power set. But in actuality, they encounter folks that both do and don't, making it feel all the more authentic, leading to the natural progression of the various Straw Hats swapping and exchanging opponents in the middle of battle.
That was so many words.
Blaze Rider says, to be fair, One Piece and DBZ tend to share certain sound effects.
Oh, absolutely. It's all Toei stuff.
Or finding themselves in serious trouble, one or the other, highlighting for me their respective character flaws. This was specifically evident with the character of Sanji, who was reprimanded by Nami for this very reason.
But who else with the flaws?
But with a hint that she might actually be growing to like Sanji a bit more, but maybe I'm reading too much into that.
She literally says, I got more respect for that chivalry of yours!
I'm just wondering.
She always says it!
Who else?
Light Side Hope says,
He just
all
said
more
the
words,
one
words,
obvious
words.
one.
So many words! So many words just to say the matchups are interesting.
Character for me that shone during this section brighter than he ever has in the past.
Big cool chopper man! The Mocha scene is much better than this!
To be fair, he had not gotten there yet.
I don't care!
Oh.
I'm a Pirate 2 was better than this! And I love Monster Chopper, but my god!
was Chopper, the added complexity to his already established Rumble Ball mechanic, allowing him to stockpile 2 and 3, serving up more and more severe consequences, is an extraordinarily compelling touch. Similar to the gear system Luffy now has, Chopper has the ability now to take seriously dangerous chances, and in this case, manifested in one of the most awesome transformations I've ever seen.
Why is it one of the most awesome coming from Dragon Ball? Will he explain?
It's smart.
Other than he's just big and strong.
I didn't see it coming, and holy hell, was it awesome. I love everything about this transformation and what it means for the character. It's haunting, it's intimidating, and it's massively meaningful. And finally...
Meaningful?
What does it mean for the character, and how is it meaningful? Mark! Is this for people who haven't seen it or have? Because you just go, Robin is cuffed up, so she can't use her power.
Says, Mark made me learn that the One Piece fandom doesn't deserve Chopper.
Don't deserve him. A fighting gimmick. I love Chopper. I love Monster Chopper, post and pre-time skip. That's not my issue. My issue where there were better moments than this for Chopper, but he's basically going, this is the Chopper moment.
And he doesn't even really explain why it was.
The way I see it, I think it's meaningful in the sense that Chopper is willing to go the distance even if it's dangerous for him. But that happened.
No, absolutely. But he didn't say that.
But yeah,
that's always the problem with Mark. He doesn't explain what his things are.
And so you infer it and you agree with him because it's your own viewpoint of what you think he means. On top of that, Chopper's already shown that in Skypiea.
The One Piece fandom deserves Jinbei, and that's it. All they deserve.
That's all. But that's in Skypiea, he fights against a dangerous pirate, going, "I can't run away. I'm a pirate now too. I have to protect the ship."
What I liked during this segment, besides the funny giraffe antics and Usopp literally acting as Zoro's sword, was what Sanji said to Usopp. After Sanji, the hunter, makes his daring last-minute rescue, he impresses upon Nami and Usopp the gravity of the situation, that a buster call has been made, that they only have so much time left, and that they need to...
See, this is what I'm talking about. We know that. Why explain some things, but not other things?
Yeah, so he completely explained what's going on here, but for the Chopper thing, it's just like, it's more meaningful for the character. Like, I don't...
all play to their strengths, looking Usopp in the eye as he's lying in agony to play to his strengths and to, quote, read the situation. And read it, he most certainly does.
The unlimited destructive power of giraffes.
Mark is very...
He's not good.
I could never listen to this dude like this.
Mark, you realize this is why you get copyright,
Yo,
bro.
why they taking down my... Cause you play an episode!
The final section. This final section is thrilling, fun, and intense, and includes a fantastic fight between Luffy and Lucci. It's everything a great fight needs.
We're not talking about the other fights. I guess Frankie just didn't have in a fight, I guess.
Didn't exist.
To be, but it also happens in tandem with the most compelling and anxiety-ridden moment I might have experienced in my entire life. So, there are seconds left, right? The entire island is being destroyed the same way Robin's home was. The director of CP9 is dragging her to the gates for delivery to the world's government, which on its own just has tons of symbolism, but we're not even close to done. Everyone is hurting or out of position. As I mentioned earlier, Luffy already has his hands full with Lucci at this very second, and Frankie, who...
We're done. I'm not watching another second of Mark. That's 3 minutes. All shit ends in 30 seconds. I'm not. Screw you. Screw y'all. Y'all don't get extra time. This is an OT. I don't like this job.
What? My channel is going, Mark.
Yeah. It was one of the best moments for Usopp. Absolutely. Auction ends in 15 seconds. Oh, if Zai has enough for 9,000, that's probably it. Okay, he does it. I was about to say, woof. BG tapped out. Take notes, DJ. I did not tap out. I hit my mark, so to speak, and ended the video. Don't hit me with that Bush. And 5, 4, 3.
It was a good fight. I quite enjoyed that fight. But and it's weird because Mark is not the fight man, but he's praising the fight stuff.
Meme wins with over 5,000 channel points, so we watched 3 minutes. Oops. Did not mean to create a highlight. Don't do this. Not doing this. Exit it. How do you exit this? How do you exit this?
Oh, you're falling apart.
I don't know how to exit this.
Go down a little bit.
Can't scroll. Can't do
right.
nothing. Sure.
What a highlight.
Can't enter it. Can't do nothing, y'all. Nope. No picture in picture. That's not what I want to do. All right, let's just try to reload it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you back. Welcome back. Hey, how about that you finish up that highlight?
Mark is a closeted fight man. He wants to pretend himself substance of the story and what he likes the best, but he always ends up praising the fights. Can't link the video for the auction, but you can just tell us the name and we'll find it. Dutch wanted this. Spider-Man Far From Home broke my heart.
Don't be breaking your points on somebody else.
Breaking off your points for somebody else. So, at 411? No!
Oh yeah, you didn't know?
No! I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, man. I've never said that in my life.
Phrasing.
We are doing HiTop Films. Spider-Man Far From Home broke my heart at 4:11. 3 minutes.
Perfect. So anyways, where was I? Oh, hey, remember when Tony Stark, who is just Uncle Ben in these movies, died?
He is not Uncle Ben.
He's a mentor figure, and a mentor figure does not automatically equal another mentor figure.
Right in front of Peter, died in the arms of Pepper, Rhodey, and Peter. How does that affect Peter? He's grieving, but he wants to fall in love and go on vacation. Those things.
He's a boy. He's a kid that has a lot of feelings inside of himself, and he can grieve while he wants to do something else. It's not like he needs to shut down and stop being a person because he's the big sad.
I guess
you can also say he's coping.
If you eat a bag of chips while you're grieving, it's like, well, you don't need those calories. Why are you enjoying yourself while you're grieving? What the is that mindset? You can do other things. You can't just be stuck in that moment forever. You gotta move on.
Don't mix. They don't. I'm sorry.
They absolutely do.
Not real to me.
And you can't.
And how long is he meant to grieve? How much time past the Tony Stark death is this?
And is everybody meant to grieve in the exact same way?
I'm sad about Tony and that he's not here, but I can't let it control my life forever.
Our dad went to work hours after our mom died. Hours.
Doesn't work for me. I can't feel for Peter's loss if the movie doesn't really feel for Peter's loss.
It does feel for Peter's loss, but he's still doing other things and trying to move on with his life.
You can't just be stuck in that moment forever. It's fine to do other things.
He has several sit-down moments about Tony. But no, the movie should just be him grieving. The first 40 minutes should just be him being a sad
boy. It should
boy.
just be half a Tony movie.
Until Mysterio presents a illusion Tony that taps him on the shoulder and just says, "Move on, my young ward.
I absolve you of your grief. Everyone must follow my grieving process."
Any and all dramatic potential is thrown out the window for the sake of another fun Spider-Man adventure featuring a...
There's several dramatic moments!
The entirety of the thing is the expectations placed upon him after Tony's death, and him not being able to handle that and accept it, and him coming to terms with it at the end.
quirky cast of underdeveloped kids and a villain whose motivation
Underdeveloped kids, we know who all these kids are, and they all get and their motivations, their wants, their needs.
is based entirely around Tony Stark, but this time it's in Europe. Yay! Honestly, guys,
Light Side Hope says, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, including getting over grief in a different amount of time than you want.
Yeah, no, it's just not enough time, or too much time, or not enough time put up on it.
There's some time.
The time I was watching, I felt like this film was fighting with itself about what it wanted to be. Does it want to be a teen summer vacation flick with Spider-Man?
It can be that.
Does it want to be a story about Peter dealing with the death of a mentor?
It can do both!
Oh, you said that it didn't do that.
Do you mean to tell me that people can't do both? Like, you can't go to a summer vacation after someone close to you dies and go, I'm still sad about their death. You can't have those moments of, I'm having fun, but now I wish they were here. This guy is crazy.
Does it want to be a classic Spider-Man story about Peter wanting to just be Peter Parker? But
Far From Home was 8 months after Endgame.
This was 8 months after Endgame?
Darkslayer Don 213 says, my friend died around exams time. Would HiTop scold me because I still had to study?
No, you should have been just grieving. I don't believe your grief because you're studying and listening to music and doing anything else but crying. Yeah, we're supposed to get a sad Peter flick 8 months later? Dude,
he's supposed to be in the same grieving process.
This is unbelievable.
Having the responsibility of being Spider-Man. It wants to be so many things that it never has time to develop any of those stories and ideas.
Light Side Hope says, getting over the death of a mentor is a very teenager thing to do. I want to work at the Dairy Queen when I was 16, literally after my grandfather's funeral.
Yeah, it is what it is. There are things that you gotta do, and there's things that you want to do.
Carlo, a lot of people were channel members, so they accumulated more points than average. There's a lot of Simon Says games, and a lot of the same people win those over and over again. Just watching the channel, just chatting in the chat, those types of things do add up eventually. And people rarely use things like TTS or sound bites. They save up for crap like this.
And thank you for the super chat.
The fact that this is a bad Spider-Man movie, God, I can't believe I started that meme. I went in fully expecting it to be a different take on the character
No, see, your expectations were betrayed.
And you didn't get the expectation thing, and therefore it is lesser now. You can't judge things upon your expectations not being met.
I'm obviously not a fan of thus far. I figured this would be a sequel to Homecoming and a sequel to this particular vision of Spidey. But what I didn't expect, what caught me completely off guard, was how completely inconsistent with that vision Far From Home was. Peter Parker in this film trusts Mysterio with Tony's final gift to him after having
because he was gaslit into thinking he was a good guy.
He was also not ready for the expectations of being the next Tony Stark, and this dude comes up and be like, I'll do it. So of course he's gonna push off that responsibility onto somebody else.
It's almost like this might be a theme of the movie.
Conversations with Beck. He not only gives Mysterio something that should mean the world to him, he gives Mysterio the glasses that have the power to literally control the world. After knowing him for less than 2 days and 20...
I am not ready, but the world needs a Tony Stark, and I believe you can do that.
After seeming himself to be a hero.
It's like if Peter, if a 15-year-old took over their father's company after they died. It's like, I'm not ready for that responsibility, but I trust you, the president of the company, to do the thing, so I'm going to save that power for you until I'm ready for it.
Minutes of screen time. Peter Parker in this film all of a sudden has a crush on MJ after
Gino Taku 91 says, Seriously, people should ease back on the expectations and headcanons on everything.
Yeah, they let that cloud. It's too much. Ooh, this next Spider-Man movie is gonna be about this, and it's not about that. And you go, well, what are we doing here?
We started at 4:11. All right, so we got about a minute 20 now. Haven't watched the movie, so I'm not gonna say anything on this either.
No attention to her and home.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Coming. I guess he came back from the dead, witnessed the death of his idol, and now he wants to get romantic with a girl he barely knows.
8 months
Nothing
later.
Hollis says, HTF is the type of person to gaslight a gaslight victim that they would gaslight if he think Peter was the problem.
And go on a vacation. This is Mary Jane we are talking about, or Michelle Jones. Either way, she is the love of Peter Parker's life, and I will never forgive this film for not caring enough to develop it. Sure.
Yeah, I don't remember too much about the relationship stuff and how if there was any little hints or just straight into it and him longing glance, so I can't speak upon this.
It was mostly already he felt this way. But there weren't 8 minutes. But again, Peter Parker instantly felt that way about MJ in Sam Raimi's. It's just like, I grew up with her and I love her. Even in the Spider-Man comic, she just his date for a dance and it's just like, oh, I love her.
Cute. It's awkward. Zendaya and Tom Holland have some very nice chemistry, but that's all there is to it. It seems like a high school crush that came out of nowhere. In home.
Like a high school crush?
Yeah, high school crush, that's what that is.
High school crushes come out of nowhere all the time.
She's smart. She's a girl who's willing to talk to you, you being a nerd and all of that. You're going to gravitate towards them a little bit. And as you talk more and more, you go, do they have similar interests? Do they have similar tastes? Things like that.
Correction, MJ is one of the many loves. Absolutely. Gwen might be the love, actually.
Coming, MJ obviously teased Peter because she liked him. They could have turned that teasing and frenemy relationship into a real friendship. They could have taken their time over the course of a couple films and got me to want them to end up together. But
So you just wanted a much slower burn of a relationship being built. Because every Spider-Man movie has essentially been, I know this girl and now I really like her.
Yeah, it's going back to the expectation thing.
They are high schoolers. Like, what? You expected this deep 6 month,
six movie arc of finally getting to the kids and just going, yeah, finally.
Muff needed a couple of films for one relationship to be had. Like, what are we doing?
And like I said, I don't necessarily remember what if there was anything built up here.
Any catalyst.
Yeah, so I can't really speak to this.
Home doesn't have the time for that. Instead, we start the film and Peter has this big plan to win MJ over. They introduce this character named,
I don't necessarily believe him because I know HiTop Film to be
is a liar.
I won't say a liar. I will say an exaggerating artist.
From what I remember, he's being fairly accurate with this statement, though.
Know what his name was, and have this very unnecessary love triangle that has the emotional depth of an episode of Hannah Montana.
It wasn't a love triangle. It was a guy trying to over Peter so he can get MJ.
Alfonso Rodriguez says, "Let go back to Mark."
Let's go back to Mark. It wasn't.
That's not our choice.
It wasn't Peter likes MJ, MJ likes other guy likes MJ. It was Peter and MJ like each other, and this guy was trying to slide in so sweetly. How did I miss the Mark video? Nah, I thought you were gonna be here for it. That sucks for you.
Slayer Don 213 says, "Didn't Peter do that in Spider-Man 3?"
Sure did.
Anna.
I don't know what you're
doing.
doing.
It's funny.
I don't know what you're doing.
Peter Parker in this film is told to step up and be the next Iron Man. And then he's told that
he is a 16-year-old kid and he cannot accept that responsibility.
He just needs to be the next Spider-Man. He just needs to be himself, which is pretty much what he learned in Homecoming. But then they blast AC.
Except now his mentor's dead. And now
there's
he's
nobody to lean on.
We're done. That's your 3 minutes. What?
Oh my!
He's horrible.
No, I don't think we have any HiTop films in the list, and I'm happy for that.
He's
teetering
leaning
into soft.
I was
territory.
just literally about to say that.
He's getting there.
He's getting closer and closer to soft band, y'all. I mean,
he's annoying. That's just simple.
What happened to the points after the channel? After the stream ends, you keep your points until you use them. So if you were to watch, let's say, 10 of our streams and accumulate 20,000 points over them, the 11th stream you will come in with 20,000 points. The system keeps the points in its memory and then it gets used. We are 10 seconds from it.
We doing Salad Saiyan at the end of the stream?
Hey, Salad Saiyan is hard banned, I believe. If at the very least, soft ban. We might have to revisit that someday. Like the full thing, because that was something. What are you, Dutch? Are you in Chucky? I beg of you.
And he's just one of those, I want Spider-Man to be like this, because Spider-Man is like this.
Yeah.
Can never deviate from this formula.
And auction is closed. You 16-year-olds, you need to become the CEO of Amazon. Would you just want to be a teenager? No! CEO of Amazon! Chris, give us your video. Give us the title of your video. Potentially the creator. And the timestamp. Wait, BG isn't scamming anyone. I've never scammed! I've always been...
exactly what a scam... You think a scammer would admit to it?
Phil certainly does it. And he is a scammer. But unlike the other 99% of scammers, I am the 1% of scammer that is telling the
real one.
That's not scamming. I don't scam.
Phil talked about Rambo again.
For what?
That. He talks about his regrets with Rambo and
he didn't suck it.
Aquatil's thumbnail is, I didn't know John well enough. Oh, I gotta see what he's talking about there.
Have you ever watched Critical Drinker? He's anti-woke. Never watched him, but I know him from the EFAP crew. Y'all say scammers don't admit they're scammers, but y'all must have forgot about LTG. Hey, LTG, yeah, he knows.
It's respectable that he'll just go, no, this is just what it is.
I know what I'm doing. Talking Kingdom Hearts story. Start at 5 minutes.
Well, that's going to be a rough one for you.
Or a rough one for you, because I have no input. Talking Kingdom Hearts story. By KBash. At 5 minutes.
Not a very long story for
Kingdom Hearts. Maybe it's just a stream of conscious type of thing where I just want to give my opinion on the story of Kingdom Hearts.
Concept, so the story's been allowed to continue. Think about it. Run as long as it has, that it was never dropped by Square or Disney. Unbelievably lucky that it was never retired as a concept, so the story's been allowed to continue. Think about it. There's this series with 1 million crazy plot points spread over a bunch of consoles, all building to the next step in the story, and it's perched on the flimsiest foundation. 2 companies maintaining an agreement. The head dev
No, that's not a... Is it an agreement or is it a contract? I'm sure it's not just a handshake. Nah, it's cool. You can use whatever you want, you know. But you just gotta come to... I'm sure that there's some kind of... Let's see what this is.
Presumably the only one who can manage the story anymore, being able to work on the games. If something ever happened with the Disney agreement, if Nomura ever stopped being able to contribute, Kingdom Hearts could simply never return. And sure,
no, we don't know that.
They would just... the Disney part, you could say, but then they would probably just use the Square Enix characters in there unless Disney owns them.
Show me anything that says that Kingdom Hearts is contingent on Nomura. If Nomura leaves, no more Kingdom Hearts at all. If you can show that, okay, then we can be like, all right, we can have that conversation. But I don't necessarily believe one dude leaves and we're just done.
The head dev, presumably the only one.
when it comes to the scenario, including the script, in the end, I write everything myself. That's not just for the toy box. I haven't made this public before, but after Kingdom Hearts 2, generally everything was written by me, especially Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
Boo, it stinks!
I had thought that you assembled the plot and then the script and other small details were assigned to someone else. That's how it was in the beginning. However, ever since Kingdom Hearts 2, roughly speaking, I will create the outline
Neo
of the
Arcadia
scenario myself.
says, "Hey guys, I put in my credit card info for the PS5 you guys said I won in the comment section of a video. Where is it?"
No, it's coming. It's coming. Don't you worry about it. Well,
Yeah.
Don't forget about those 4 wacky numbers on the back.
And then Oka will take that and create a springboard scenario, including dialogue that takes into consideration requests from the level design team. Then after that, I write the final manuscript myself. That's just general flow. Okay, so this is just him going through the process of it. Yeah. That means nothing. And they can hire any other writer!
Because it's just like saying, without Toriyama, Dragon Ball just dies. No, they can get somebody else and have him supervise, if the case may be. And if not, you could just go, all right, it's in our hands. We just get another writer out here. It's not... Nobody in the world can write Kingdom Hearts except for this man.
Zay, it's not requesting a video, it's bidding on the video. So as long as you win the auction, you can request a video. I think we're going to do like 3 more, maybe?
We'll see.
Return. And sure, it could live on in one form or another conceivably, but I think it'd suffer for it. It is absolutely...
Okay, that's a different thing that you're talking about now.
That's a different argument. And you don't know for sure that it would suffer. Maybe it becomes better without all the wackiness of Nomura's hand in it.
Maybe it becomes more streamlined. Less stories over here and over here and over here and people and stuff and things like that. Because at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, you just go, oh, it's just these 3 motherfuckers with the Keyblades. And you go, no. There was an entire Keyblade war. There was thousands of the bastards. You go, what? You didn't necessarily need that. You could have just kept it as a smaller, these people story.
Absolutely not a solid base to form a story. I certainly wouldn't write a story with that as the base for fear of losing my work if my contributor pulled out. And yet Kingdom Hearts story is one of its most discussed elements. So let's talk story. I reiterate, I don't think the actual plot points and story events matter so much. It's why I'm comfortable not...
The story is everything.
That's half of why people love Kingdom Hearts.
Xehanort is quest for Kingdom Hearts. The other Xehanort, Aqua, Darkness, Terra, being Xehanort,
Roxas,
Van being in Sora's heart, which creates Roxas. All just the story. What else matters if not the story?
Doing theory content or talking plot holes, etc. You could tell me anything happened in any game with even the flimsiest justification, and I'd say, okay, I believe you. It's kind of necessary.
Did you not play it to know what happens in the story? Did you not remember it? You can't just be like, Riku beheaded Aqua, because that definitively did not happen. But you could just go, Roxas and Aqua had a conversation. You go, did that happen? I don't necessarily remember that. But then we would have to explain what the conversation was about and if it pertained to anything bigger.
To enjoy the series because the long-form plot is the thread connecting all entries, transcending even gameplay systems that tend to shift in significant ways from game to game. And if you find the story annoying or objectionable, you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time with anything if you find the story annoying or objectionable.
You're gonna have a bad time with Kingdom Hearts if you find the gameplay boring and objectionable. Like,
what kind of criticism is that?
See it, a few different people are experiencing Kingdom Hearts. There's Jordan, who's looking from the outside, who sees all the crazy stuff out of context, the memes, the Mickey Mouse.
Jordan! I don't know this person. I don't know what they know exactly. I don't even know if you're telling the truth. I don't care about third-party mob that you bring on and just go, this person said this. It's anecdotal bullshit.
DDD pet system is the worst.
I like some of the Dream Drop Distance pet stuff. I would prefer it if it was more tied into, because it's just wacky. Hey, look at this lightning zebra.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
It's visceral.
you know, choking Mickey Mouse, and they're walking away calling it stupid, never touching it. They are the dark hearts and willing to open themselves to vulnerability, but we don't hate them and we don't pity them. That's rude. We acknowledge
Why
the pain.
can people simply not just be interested in something? Just let them go off on their way. You don't need to put them in a video going, they know the memes, but they're not interested in the thing. Okay, who cares?
They're going through and wish them well. There's Taylor, who may or may not be interested in the series, but
What is this? What are these fictional people that you're making up? There's Taylor. She has a passing interest. She played 1. She didn't play Chain of Memories, but she played some of 2 and knows about the story of 3 and this. Who cares?
a few literature or writing classes, studied the English canon in post-secondary, and failing that, listened to a lot of YouTube critic men, and is not reacting well to Kingdom Hearts story. They're sneering at what is effectively corporate fanfiction.
I don't care!
What is this? Who are you?
Are you concerned, trolling, about the potential people that may consume the story of Kingdom Hearts?
Believe that no art could possibly come from this. They might enjoy the gameplay, thinking the rest of the game is kinda dumb, but whatever. Then there's Francis, who doesn't care what—
Bro. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. He's inventing people to go, these are the people that are going to have problems with the Kingdom Hearts. Maybe it's this type of person that took some literature classes and doesn't like the gameplay, or doesn't like the story, but likes the gameplay.
Says, yo, my guy, this is Final Fantasy writer forget his name, and you are disregarding the story? Just call the franchise bad and explain why.
We don't need any of this.
We don't need Taylor! Taylor!
You say about fanfiction, well, everyone should write what they want, long as they're writing, okay? Just want some good games, and the story happens to be positive.
The Mario thing.
I thought we'd be talking about Kingdom Hearts.
We are.
I wanted to just, hey, I never really got to talk about Kingdom Hearts on ALX in any sort of critical way and responding to people. Let's do this. Now here we got Frank.
Says, this dude making more vessels for Xehanort with these names.
And endearing. They're not totally cynical, and they've either played the core games and read the rest, or done the run. They like that the series celebrates video games. They like Sora and cheering him on. And
it celebrates video games? How does it celebrate video games?
Final Fantasy.
No, it celebrates a franchise then.
Mm-hmm.
And a corporate entity in Disney.
Word.
Maybe even the frequent innovation couched in familiarity. And those are loose definitions, sure. Like I said, so many people come to this series in different ways because of its shard-like existence, but
so
overall—
many people come into anything in any different ways. Muff will hop into Marineford in One Piece, and that'll be their first experience from it. People like you that was just like, I had somebody on the forum that was just like, ooh, I saw the Lucci fighting big action stuff, cool. And that's their first introduction in One Piece. People will come to it after 4Kids and then don't go back to watch the stuff from 4Kids until much, much later, like me.
Yeah, the only groups I effectively left out are the speedrunner diehards and the theorists, because frankly, half of them don't want you in. I tend to fall between Taylor and Francis, or more accurately, I was Taylor.
Who is Taylor and which one was that?
T-Rex 525 says, BG and DA's nobody, Bextrol and Gixink.
Who Taylor was the one that took a few writing classes and didn't enjoy the story, but did kind of like the gameplay. Frank was the one that liked the gameplay and was just kind of into the story.
If you say so.
3 years ago, and I've transformed quite a bit in that time. I know that a video game's story doesn't need to slot into the English literary canon, that just because it's silly doesn't mean it can't be fun, that the realities of game dev workflow and changing writers make writing a withering afterthought in many games. I know that
What are you talking about?
Well, we'll never know.
Shit.
We'll never know.
Ugh.
Auction is in 20 seconds.
I'm so lost. So I need to play Union Cross to understand this video.
Speedrun slander, please laugh.
Man, what the was that? I'm like, oh, maybe he'll talk about how bad Kingdom Hearts 3 was, or how nothing really mattered until the end, and then everything mattered. No, Taylor and Josh, and
if you come to any of our streams, you get points. Anything you do in our streams is point. Watching, chatting, they all accumulate points. That was not what was promised.
That was a big okie doke.
That was an okie.
Was that Chris? Chris, why? Why is that 5-minute stretch?
Do we just send a video to? All right, we're ending it now.
Chris the Chilled says, 1/4 chucks of slander.
1/4 chucks of slander.
Man, I'm so confused.
Neo, so people bid points when the auction is open, their channel points, and the winning bid sends us a video for us to watch. So right now, the winning bid was High Zaldonics. He'll send us a video to watch. He'll tell us the timestamp, and depending on how many channel points were bid, we will watch however many minutes. So anything below 2,500 is 1 minute. Anything 2,500 to 5,000 is 2 minutes. And anything above 5,000 is 3 minutes. So Zai, we need your video. Oh no. I'll let you choose. No!
Oh, both ReZero.
Which one? Nope, we're doing this one. Skip the intro, but the men of ReZero, how not to suck.
I haven't talked about ReZero in a while.
I don't want to.
Oh, you don't? Why not?
Explanation point, who are you?
He seems kind of funny. Seems very
no,
funny,
we're watching
man.
this. I don't care if I have to do 4 minutes instead. I'm watching that intro because it looks cringe.
Funny man.
It looks cringe.
Funny man incoming.
Beginning the next one. Oh, better make sure. Because I that up one time and one time only.
Today's video was brought to you by Surfshark. Protect your online privacy while watching
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely watch this intro because we love some advertisements.
Unlocked anime all over the globe. Get 83% off a 2-year plan and 3 additional months totally free at surfshark.deals/explanation point using promo code explanation point. Link in the description. Now onto this. One of my favorite kinds of media analysis to do is making comparisons between characters, and if Subaru Natsuki is good for anything, it is making other men look good. Look at this guy, pathetic. So aimless and misguided that his moral compass points west. So blind to—
But he does have attributes that make him desirable.
No.
Like his never give up attitude.
No.
He may not be good in this world.
He's not.
But he has other good things. He's not just making other people look. His ineptitude, his lack of strength makes a big Nightman look good. But even the girl, when they were fighting the whale, they were just like, that dude, that weak piece can rush into battle and we're all just standing here? If he can do it, we can do it. And then they all rushed in.
His own faults
Is
that he
this
writes his
Nux?
diary in Braille. A list of acquaintances with so many foil characters on it, it explodes in your microwave. I made this whole video about Subaru being a pathetic waste of masculinity that I relate to all too hard, and in the doing I had to think a lot about ReZero and the male characters therein. In Jeff's initial breakdown of the series from back in February, entitled ReZero is a masterpiece, actually I can't say this word if I want to stay monetized. Fuck you, fight me. He argues that every male character in the series is a foil to Subaru in some way.
Did he? don't remember that.
I don't care if they're a foil to Subaru.
I don't care either.
I care if they're good characters. I don't care if Batman's villains are a mirror of some part of his personality. I care if they're good characters. And what does Professor Pig represent? What does Calendar Man represent? The Scarecrow is the fear. Suck my dick!
And while that was only one small part of his 40-minute long love letter to the series, I thought it was a point that merited some deeper thought. Subaru is a very important...
You see, because his name is Subaru.
This is horrible.
And the car...
He said, fuh, and then he said all that and then he said, fuh. He left the last F syllable on that. Professor Pig represents the duality of getting your hands dirty, and Calendar Man represents obsession. Suck my dick.
He got you. He got you.
So, wouldn't the getting your hands dirty also be Zaz?
Sure.
Wouldn't Joker represent an
more
obsession?
than one representation.
No!
Character in the anime community from a meta standpoint. His existence criticizes a very specific kind of person, which by pure coincidence, I'm sure, happens to be the very kind of person who is stereotypically associated with anime fandom.
It does criticize it, but what comes of it? He gets the girl, he gets all the adulation, he accomplishes his goals, he saves the day. So what comes of it? By just being himself. It's not like he really even need to change his mindset.
If anything, he's an emotional manipulator because he knows how to respond to people to get the best possible outcome for what he wants.
If anything, that episode 16 where Rim just had to sit down and just going, you're not being yourself. And then once he became himself, everything came it started going into exactly the way he wanted.
All right, so we have this auction. We're going to have probably one more auction. 2 hours is about what we do for y'all.
A loser, an incel, a shut-in with no prospects who is unable to affect positive change in his life without first affecting that same change in his own person. And while his consistent failure would be a good enough vehicle for making that point...
Oh my god, dude.
I don't like
this. This is exactly the type of humor I cannot stand.
Like this at all.
It's just, oh my god, it's so weird. Look at this screen! And you know there's gonna be people that will laugh by just looking at this screen.
It's a lot. It's a real lot.
Subaru, by all intents and purposes, is a coward. However, his will is his main highlight to keep him striving to save himself and others. But he's a waste of masculinity, so shrug shoulders.
The existence of people like Reinhardt, Julius, Wilhelm, and others serves to hammer that point home. Each one of the other men in ReZero takes some aspect of the person Subaru wishes to be and displays how to do it right.
He is truly doing Batman's personality, but in reverse. It subverted the Batman's personality thing, and instead is more of who I wish I was, instead of showing me who I truly am. God, it's so good!
So that just kind of means that they're not even really characters, but more just avatars for Subaru to project himself on.
In stark contrast to Subaru's own doing it wrong, so that the viewer is left not only with examples of what not to do when creating an identity for themselves, but with positive examples
No, we don't know how Nightman got into this situation that he's in. And it's not fair to compare the two of them because Subaru is put in a position with a world that he'd have no idea about. No money, no customs, no map, nothing. He doesn't know. And he's being compared to this dude who's been here for his entire life.
To effectively implement positive personality traits into their own life. Let's take a look at the person Subaru wants to be. Strong, confident, capable, an honorable ladies' man who can always put a smile on people's faces. He may not always play by the rules, but gosh dang it, he gets results. Naturally, he is not this person, or there would be no series. But this competent and
He can be that person, and there can be a series with that person. You just have to do different things within the story. You can't just plop that character into Subaru's shoes and have the exact same story go on.
overwhelmingly gorgeous man does exist in ReZero, broken apart and scattered in pieces among the personalities
Yes, we should all be like Subaru and lie, cheat, and steal to get laid.
of the various other the various other men in the series. Let's start with Master Swordsman Sir Reinhardt von Estrella. Reinhardt is the first man of status that Subaru meets in Lagunica and serves as one of his brightest points of contrast. In short, when he is first dragged to this other world, Subaru expects to be the main character of his own isekai.
You realize that you turned his head so his neck would be broken.
He has to show that is Subaru, so that's the only way that he can. But it can't just be seen that this is funny, so shut up.
Look at this image, dude. Just look at it. They're walking on the previous... Dude.
Yeah.
Reinhardt is that main character. His very presence dwarfs Subaru, despite his well-intentioned and charismatic demeanor.
Is that Will Arnett?
And Delibird.
Why?
I like Delibird.
Nami the Goat says, the word
really
Chad has
bad.
ran its course, can it die?
Yeah, I would prefer that too. But people like this hang on to it.
They keep trying to evolve certain things because it went from alpha male to sigma male. Like, come on, y'all.
Have to do is look at this beautiful soul and you can tell that his name is something like Master Swordsman Sir Reinhardt von Protagonist. This is a guy who bleeds charm and poops muscle. Look at his introduction.
That's enough.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Knight sword.
Swordsman.
Looks like I don't need to introduce myself.
Calm, collected, and exuding a quiet elegance that lets you know he's got a scabbard full of cold steel and knows exactly where to put it. Subaru.
Because that's not Subaru's personality, so he can't compare himself to that. This guy is cool and calm and collected because he knows that he can thrash all of these weak alley people. So there's no point in getting riled up. You can't just be like, oh, Subaru wants to be like that. You can't just want... Does he want to be?
This is quite frankly a standard introduction to a side character. Yeah, he's over glorifying it so hard.
Because you have to find meaning in things like this.
By contrast, can't help but make himself look as ridiculous as possible.
Okay, yeah, we're done. That's 3 minutes.
Get off of this.
Look at this image, y'all. Come on now.
I've never heard of this guy.
You might need to. No, old videos don't, only live streams do, because I need the chat bot to be active to accumulate channel points to keep track of everything. So just watching our old videos is not going to get you channel points.
That'd be way too broken.
Yeah.
You could just watch it. You could just go to sleep and watch it just on a loop. And I wonder what your argument there is.
It has to be a current ongoing stream.
He says Encanto is bad. I don't think Encanto is amazing, but I definitely don't think it's bad.
All right. Auction's about to end soon, y'all.
I think it takes a whole lot of skill to elegantly fit a compelling story into 90 minutes, and that's when you only have 3 characters and a villain.
I'm not a fan of movies.
All right, Auction's about to end, y'all.
But how well does the movie actually explore these themes that the internet says that it explores?
This is an anti-fame video. You can't be serious. You literally can't be serious.
Not created equal elitism in My Hero Academia.
Meme, give us your video. We'll run one more auction, and that'll be the final one of the night. And then we'll do our homework, our questions, and get off out of here. The theme of the video is anti-themes, which is a theme of anti-themes, which makes it an actual theme. So,
My
Stop going through his videos.
I'm done with that.
Stop going through his videos. My Hero pacing is so slow to the point where I still forget that the school is only in 1 year. Yeah, like we were talking about this recently, and Edgy Deku starts during like their second semester, and I was like, how the you mean to tell me all that happened in that time? Stream's not ended yet. Stream the auction, that part of it. So the old stream gives channel points. No, only current streams that are going on. Like this live stream, the second it's over, there's no channel points you can get from watching it. But the next one, you will get channel points if you're there and watch it. So let's see if they have sent it.
That's the one I didn't want. That's the one I
didn't we already do this?
This is the one that I was afeared of.
Didn't we just do this?
This is the precise thing that I did not want to do. So yeah, Meme, next time we're gonna have to enforce some rules of just like, if you won, you can't play again or something.
Master Jinx says, to be fair, I'm also not a fan of movies because I find that most of them feel rushed, and I find it hard to get attached to characters when I don't have enough time to get to know them.
Which is a valid reason of not being a fan of a movie, but I feel like you should be... That's more of an individual movie.
It's a case-by-case thing.
Yeah.
Because there's just like one or two actions that a character can do to just go, bam, I'm invested in them.
Yeah, Edgy Deku was only the second semester of the school.
Because I always say this about Rarity in My Little Pony.
And Gimmick says, just wanted to see if this worked.
Oh yeah, it does.
But one single line made me a big fan of her because it says everything that you need to know about the character. And that's just, somebody was just like, stop whining. She goes, I'm not whining, I'm complaining. That says everything you need to know about that character. So yeah, but it's just going to be on a case-by-case basis. It's there's very few movies. There are very few good movies where I feel like I don't get enough time with the characters to figure out who they are or what they do or anything.
4257. 4257.
With the humans being stronger, and with the Saiyans getting another great power boost, they want to be entirely sure that they can defeat Frieza. But then Piccolo brings up an interesting point. He completely forgot. Wait, if they could fuse into him, they could also fuse into Salad too. He is part Namekian after all.
How does that work? How does the Namekian absorption work? Please, someone explain to me. Because if you just have the DNA of a Namekian, can you absorb Namekians?
Can you just...
Can
you just grab whatever blood Piccolo has, inject it into somebody else, and then absorb that person?
Can Namekians be forced into being absorbed?
Oh,
sorry to cut you off. Is Salad saying? Who is Salad? Salad is the self-insert.
It's the OC insert of this Salad Saiyan.
And it's basically a Dragon Ball what if channel. What if the androids were actually good from the beginning or something like that?
The Namekians are surprised to hear this. They knew he was a bio-android, but part Namekian? Interesting. With his...
How is it interesting?
It's not interesting at all.
You're a bio warrior, and surely this is 43 minutes in. Surely you've realized that you've had cells of other people, and why Namekians? Why are you just like, what are Namekians?
DNA in him, he may be able to fuse. I mean, Piccolo's seen him use other Namekian techniques, regeneration, being able to stretch his limbs, whatever. Not to mention with Salad's amazing potential, he could probably get a huge boost in power from Namekian fuse.
Amazing potential. You self-inserted an OC character with amazing potential.
This is legit Gary Stu stuff. This is the unironic meme of just doing it. He's the most important. He's the center of attention. He's structuring all of these events to happen. Your person, the purple cell.
Fusion. Not to mention, he is the strongest of the group right now.
Of course he is! He's Salad!
He's so cool and strong and handsome. If I had a self-insert type of power using character, then I would want to be as weak as possible. Yeah, I think that's far more interesting. You know the series is done when creators are making what-if videos.
Dude. And this man is just not but it. And he's, for some reason, popular based off of crap like this.
What if Goku was reincarnated into ALX and recruited DA and BG to join the Z Warriors?
Oh, man, we'd be so strong and cool and awesome, and we'd have all the... Ugh.
Goku as Kaioken. Piccolo would fuse into him, but if they did that, they'd lose Kami and the Dragon Balls on Earth. If anything, he should wait to reunite with Kami once he goes back there. It's better to have two warriors than one anyways. So he's not
Blaze Rider says, OMG Salad is so cool and awesome and has so many friends. Neo Arcadia says, what if Yajirobe was a Saiyan LMAO?
What if, man? Woo boy, can you imagine a sword?
Meme Spice says, bad movie night when?
It's coming.
Salad. Instead, the Namekians decide they're going to split up, each of them fusing into Piccolo and into Salad. They first start with Piccolo, and he sees an amazing boost in power. Namekian...
Yeah! Yeah, this has to be pre-Cell, because they would have Dende on Earth, and not Kami with the Dragon Balls. Mm-hmm. So this is post-Androids, pre-Cell.
Keep fusing into each other, and then into Piccolo. And he can't even comprehend the strength that he's feeling. All these warriors within him, they're granting him power and strength unlike any other. It just makes him even more confident. Salad sees this and he's getting kind of nervous.
Has somebody been absorbing the Namekians?
What's going on?
The Namekians are giving up their lives, and he's not even sure if it'll work, but it's at least worth a shot. Piccolo assures him that it's okay, and he should go ahead with it. And reluctantly, Salad agrees. Some of the Namekians fuse into each other.
This is horrible! How can you do this for 2.5 hours? What if Beerus raised Goku? I think somebody did that!
Legit, it's out there. Masako probably did it.
What if this happened? Then we'd have a different story. I'm so lost. Should I play Yui and Cross before this video?
Naki Hollis says, I saw and jumped on the rise of what ifs. Even in the early days, self-insert me in the story what ifs were cringe or a fun one-off. He's playing this straight and late, so he's super cringe.
Yeah, if you want to have fun with it, I have no problem having fun with it.
Dude, there are so many what if Goku was raised or trained by Beerus.
Oh my god.
There are so many.
This Salad guy is somehow the most important character to ever exist, so why should I care about some character that some random person made up, especially if he just is going to be the greatest ever? Will this be part of the test?
Man, I'd fail it.
And then fusing into Salad. Frieza's getting closer and closer. And then he senses something on a scouter. A huge power level nearby.
So wait, this is Namek? So Piccolo is already thinking about fusing with Kami?
This is pre-Super Saiyan Goku?
How did we get here?
Hold on, this can't be right.
It can't be!
It's a couple million and it's rising. And that's not all. There's another power right next to that one. That power of 1 million is Piccolo's, and right next to that is his student Salad.
Salad has a couple million already, pre-fusing into Namekians!
Didn't you hear him say that he was already the strongest in the party right now?
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. This is... When did we start? When are we done with this? 42:57. We're close. Oh, we're so close. We got like a minute and a half left.
Who has a power that's continuously increasing. But something's changing. Piccolo notices. Salad isn't just growing stronger. He's starting to morph into something else.
Oh, of course he's so special. He's morphing into something that Piccolo never even fathomed.
Piccolo,
what is this new being?
A couple million by doing what exactly? Watch the first 40 minutes. Piccolo has a Salad as a disciple. I can't.
He begins glowing.
What are we doing with this mask?
He begins glowing.
Is he transforming? Then Piccolo realizes this must be it. Inadvertently, through Namekian fusion, they may have helped him get closer towards perfection. He's not entirely sure that this will bring him right towards that, but he knows for sure that this will be a step up.
So they've been doing the Namekian fusions with Piccolo and Salad.
But
Mean Spice says,
Frieza killed
we need to watch
all
this
the...
whole vid on Discord.
Shut up.
Frieza killed all the Namekians.
We will one day watch this entire vid on Discord.
Frieza continues flying over, and just as he's about to land, his scouter explodes. A brilliant flash of light covers the area. Everyone else sees it too as they're flying over. The bright light that Frieza saw disappears. He continues flying over, wondering what he just witnessed. His scouter went off the charts before exploding. Whatever power he sensed...
Can we just get to what... Can we?
It was in the 6 digits. No, 7 digits. Maybe even 8. He wasn't sure. The thing blew up before he can even get a good reading.
So strong.
It must be broken. I mean, it did explode after all. There's no way they actually have someone that strong fighting for them, right? But even if they do, it doesn't matter. Frieza has a lot of power in reserve. And if he needs, he will transform. And if he transforms, it'll be over for good.
Why are you explaining Frieza's... We know Frieza. This isn't changing. We know that Frieza can transform and stuff like that. You don't need to implant these mindsets into Frieza. We know. We can infer that he has those minds.
He is not giving the story enough gravitas by... He's reading everything at the same, like, flat level. Mm-hmm. He's not giving it enough gravitas
He's not
for these
like
moments.
Voice acting. Frieza can transform if he needs to. He knows that.
But wait. Silent's really strong. And
to worry about. Well, he hopes so. The Namekians finish merging with Salad, and Piccolo watches on in awe. First off, Piccolo's way stronger than he would have ever expected. It's incredible. His own power is something that he couldn't even imagine. He didn't know this type of strength is possible. But even more impressive is Salad. Not only did his power massively increase, but something else changed about him. It's like something within his android biology activated. Just like they theorized, he actually was able to transform. As a bio-android that's based on getting power from others, he can evolve with enough power and data. And this mass merging actually gave him that. They never really expected something like this, but the transformation is very subtle.
Okay, it's not subtle! He's grown like 2 feet! He's got spikes and extra wings! Do you know what subtle means?
That's the end of the video.
Good.
20 seconds, y'all, until the auction ends, and then that'll be the last video for the night.
Good.
What's up, Cal? You should leave now, because this has been awful. How Shigaraki's redemption arc going is not suck a penis. He sucks. Time for the big sleep. This has been a bumapalooza. Salad reached level 2. This is like asking my friend to recap an episode of a show and he doesn't know how to write an essay. Some DBZ MRAN levels of synopsis.
Yes, I do not like that. Whatever. What if Goku grew up with beers? That's fine. But just, I'm making my own dude. And I'm throwing him in here and he's gonna be y'all don't even know. Y'all not ready for Salad. I just hate that self-insert garbage.
Understandable. Alright, auction's ending. Chris wins with 10,000 channel points. Final one to let us know. Oh, Cal, if only.
That was viewer request month. I would have preferred to do that, but
what if Frieza raised Goku? The DA's looking it up now. Matter of fact, I'll just look it up on the big stream so y'all can see.
Yes. By Salad Saiyan.
No, that can't be.
Also by Smug Stick. Also by Goku T23. What if Goku was turned into an android? That's a good question. What if Cooler raised Goku?
What if Bardock was sent to the future? What's Salad Saiyan's most popular videos? What if What? That means, who cares? Saiyans were good, okay. What if Goku was the legendary? What if Raditz and Kakarot were twins?
Y'all not ready for Salad. What a great sentence.
Y'all not ready for Salad. What if Gohan trained after Boo?
How is that an hour and a... Because he loves Gohan.
He loves him some Gohan. Why video games are no longer fun.
What?
By Asmondgold.
They're a lot of fun. Unless he's talking about they're too hard.
Oh, he's watching somebody watch this. All right, we'll watch it. Since it's the end of it anyway. I'd rather watch the original
17 or like 21 was like so much better than like my life is now, right? I mean, like if I could go in a time machine, I would do immediately, right? And it's just, it sucks, man. Like Palmer with the 5 gifted subs, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just, it's fucking sad. God, midlife crisis at 25. I remember, like, I don't really... What's weird about it is, like, I don't really get sad about it anymore.
Master Jinx says, so how about I make a One Piece character and he is so strong that he one-shots all of the emperors just by blinking?
Oh, you gotta build it up properly. So, he doesn't get sad by video games anymore? Or he doesn't get sad that he no longer enjoys video games anymore?
Yeah, we came in, like, I was trying to figure out if he would restate what he thought, but I don't think that he... Can you go back to like 640?
But on the other hand, it reminds you of good times in the past, and it makes you sad because you can't have those times again.
Yeah, I always feel, I think about that a lot. You know, I get like depressed, right? Thinking about, man, like my life whenever I was like, let's say 14 or 16 or 17.
Is he ribbing the video he's watching right now?
I don't know.
Or like 21 was like so much better than like my life is now, right? I mean, like if I could go in a time machine, I would do immediately, right? And it's just, it sucks, man. Like Palmer with the 5 gifted subs, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's just, it's fucking sad. God, midlife crisis at 25. I remember, like, I don't really, what's weird about it is like, I don't really get sad about it anymore. Like, I don't really get sad about it anymore because it happened and it was so good for so long. It was good forever, man.
It's so hard to know if he's being legit or not. I spent 400 hours playing all Elden Ring. They were all fun. But I just spent the last month watching Power Rangers. I'm a full-ass adult. I could choose to do what I want with my free time. I think he's talking about the games that in the past were fun.
Yeah, I don't get sad about it anymore or like miss it really that much anymore because it's just that it's like, yeah, I've accepted this. It is what it is. It's hard to do that, but you know, I've tried my best.
No, I think he's being legit. You don't get sad that the past times were more fun and now you don't feel those like excitement for a video game anymore? That's I don't understand the mentality there. I still get super excited for video games. It has nothing to do with age. It just has to do with you. I wonder if it's with the whole you should be this by this. Mm-hmm. By this age, you should be weaning yourself off of being excited about a video game. If you are no longer excited about video games, that's your own personal thing. It has nothing to do with your age or anything.
Maybe you're just not interested in this genre or this game or something. Or maybe it's just the rose-tinted nostalgia glasses. Because I remember the first time I played Mortal Kombat and you try to chase that feeling and you don't get that feeling
And I wonder if I do believe that's part of it because so many people are like, "Oh, Final Fantasy VII remake," because I want to feel that again, but with newer graphics. And it's like you are never going to be able to recapture that feeling of awe. Just constantly chasing it, you're just gonna keep looking for that feeling over and over again. You should just enjoy what you're getting, and if you're not, then you shouldn't be in the hobby you have.
Saying that there can't be any good times in games nowadays.
There can be.
There are.
Me and my friends discovered a game called The Forest a while back, and the whimsy came back. We had the
flimsy.
I'm adding this video to the list.
This is goofy.
Biggest smiles on our faces for days. Building huge bases.
Yeah.
Fighting off gruesome cannibals and just generally
This is Minecraft.
Yeah.
But for adults.
Seems like Minecraft. It seems like there was one that was called not Riot, something that begins with the R. Doesn't matter. But it's just like this big group thing where you do a lot of stuff together. And if that's what you're chasing after, don't go games aren't fun because there's no, I don't know.
Why don't you play what's that? Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So he's just saying he's old. Yeah, this guy is Asmondgold is essentially revisiting Rust. Okay, I remembered 7 Days to Die. Asmondgold is essentially reacting or revisiting the video he's watching, and now we're watching him.
No, I think that's true. Like, I've had a few games that did that for me. I remember Final Fantasy was great.
Oh, he's kind of precog that.
It's such easy.
That's the one. That's the one that you go. That's the BAM. Final Fantasy.
It's such an easy thing to just go. Back in the day, I played Final Fantasy 17 for the first time, and I was blown away. And games these days no longer blow me away. No, we're not adding the gold one. We're adding the original.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying Lost Ark. You know, like there's a few other ones too that I Rust. Like, dude, whenever Rust came out and I played on that Screamer server.
Yeah, no, see, that's a big collaborative thing where people can jump in.
Okay, then why don't you
fish and do stuff like that?
Why don't you play a role-playing GTA server where you just sit around being a cashier in a fast food restaurant?
But if that's what you're looking for,
there are games
only
for that.
Those games are gonna appeal to you. If you're like, this is the fun that I have, you can't say that they're not fun anymore. You're just not having fun because you're seeking after this one thing.
Why not just play better games, you bums?
And I had so much fun. It was awesome. Valheim was another one for me. Yeah, it was crazy.
Chris the Chilled says,
if you want a game
that freeze frame on gold open mouth smile.
play with your friends, I highly suggest playing The Forest. It's the most fun I've had with my friends in a long time.
Are those nooses?
But it's still got stale, and now we almost never touch the game.
All games are gonna get stale eventually. There are so few, like World of Warcraft. Well, you'll
just play and play.
And even then, there are players that are gonna drop off like this is getting stale. There's so few of those, what's that
Master
spaceship
Jinx
one?
says,
I can't remember.
I don't care about video games
No Man's
because I
Sky.
only really consume media for stories and characters, and I can't stand gameplay if I have to actually do combat rather than the story. I get uninterested.
Because I only consume. No, I love games. I don't understand this. Yeah, I'm a solo
we
boy.
all say we should play it again.
Yeah.
We play it for a day straight and then never again. Because it doesn't bring back the memories we used to have about the game. And that's...
See, it doesn't bring back the memories we had about the game.
How about you create new memories in the game?
They're going, y'all remember the first time we played this? It was crazy. It was so hype. We did so many things. And now they're just sort of mundanely keeping their buildings up or their crops together or whatever the case may be.
It feels so much like they just want to experience something for the first time again, over and over and over again.
And they want that same level of hype every time they go into it.
What the problem is with modern day video games, they don't leave a good enough memory. This is the...
You love to play with friends with Rust. Are you never gonna, or whatever that game, the fourth, are you never gonna remember that 10 years from now? You don't think people 10 years from now is gonna remember like Bloodborne, the way they felt playing Bloodborne or Elden Ring? I'm gonna remember
the story of Last of Us.
I still remember Persona 4. I'm gonna remember Persona 5.
What do you mean,
Meme Spice
games
says,
as a whole?
Look at this fucker's face, lol.
Good point. But the however many thousands of games come out per year, you're all putting him into, they're all just not memorable. name me a Smash character, and I'll tell you all of their Smash attacks, all their special moves.
I ran through a game called Paradise Killer. Who's talking about Paradise Killer? But I remember it. I remember the world. I remember the characters. I have memories of it.
Neo Arcadia says, you guys should check out Asmond video on Ackman's problem with live service games. Jesus.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Asmond is seeming like a better Moist. But that's not saying much.
That's not saying much.
Especially considering he's not saying much.
Problem I have with Pokemon. Every time.
Oh, no. There should be no more bids. Oh, that's just my Autobot rolling out. Get it? Because you can... The Autobots roll out.
I'm very interested in the video.
Time a new Pokemon game would come out, I would buy it. I would never know why, because some of the recent ones aren't even that good.
Because you're just going back through the motions of your video games. Oh, new Pokemon I need to buy. It's just like Madden players or NBA 2K players. New one out, let me grab
you could just be like, this one may be the good one. They can bring it back.
I recently realised it's because I'm trying to bring back those memories of
Jesus Christ! With this memory bush!
This is unbelievable.
Chris the Chilled says, I thought Asmond was Mose Critical's cousin at one point.
They look very similar. Maybe not even very similar, because I don't have that man's face in my mind, but
there's some similarities there.
And Pearl that I had on my DS as a kid.
See, like, I'm older than this guy, right? I remember whenever I had the original fucking Game Boy, the brick, and I had fucking Pokemon Blue. I had the first one, man. And it was so great. It was amazing.
Yep, sure.
But it's just that, like, to me, I don't know. It's like, I don't really, I don't know. Like, I don't, not really try.
Are these reactors? This is your job! And you said I had the original, and I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know. Nostalgia chasing. Mm-hmm. What a great way to put it, Jinx.
I don't know. It's like...
Yo, Diaz just named the character Incineroar. Name his moves.
His up smash is kind of like a... He brings his hands upward. Forward smash is not a drop kick, but sort of like a it's a pivoting like kick that he lands on his stomach for. His down smash,
like a roundhouse kick.
Meme Spice says, he a MMO streamer known for WoW, I think.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
His down smash is a sort of like a belly flop. His down special is revenge. His forward special is the clothesline. His neutral is he does sort of like a spinny lariat. And his up special is he'll jump up and then cross his arms and fall down. Not memorable.
I don't really. I don't know. Like I'm not really trying to relive that again. Like I'm actually, for me, like I'm waiting on the next. Like the next grand adventure.
Neo Arcadia says, people really be putting way too much stock in older video games and not really getting outside and trying to find new memories. They're not kids anymore, they should know why they feel this way.
Yeah,
Leo Luster says, here's to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. But the games don't bring back all the memories that every game we've been through. Also, this guy is quite sad.
But yeah, it's people going, they want that feeling again when they were young and just going, wow, this is so, I'm playing a game and I'm doing the thing. And and now they're no longer fun because of that.
And it's so weird that he says, I'm looking for the next great adventure. I don't need the next great adventure. I need the next game I enjoy.
Yeah, this doesn't need to be a great adventure.
I don't need another Spider-Man game. Even though I love Spider-Man game, I can play some indie game, some indie horror game that I might enjoy. It's not a great adventure, but it's interesting to me.
I just want to hear the end of his sentence before we drop this.
The next unknown frontier. Because like I don't want to go back and do something that I already did before. I want something new. I want something.
I don't care about new. I care about good. I don't care if you have a new mechanic in a game that's gimmicky or whatever. If it's no good, I'd rather you do the same over and over, but be good with it.
That I can once again be a novice in.
You can be a novice in any game you pick up.
Not knowing.
Oh, the thought was done.
I understand where he's coming from. However, we as people who felt the type of way you need to move from one form of enjoyment or else the nostalgia doesn't become fun anymore. I have no problem of moving on, but you're trying to move on for the next great adventure or something.
It needs to be bigger and better. And
it always needs to go up. And that's the thing I don't care for. I can go down and just have a pretty good game and enjoy myself while I'm waiting on the next amazing game. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that video, the original video, is absolutely going on the list.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, man hours. Oh yeah, we need to put all the things up, but first, gotta put this up here now. Ooh. What?
He has a section called Wokeness in Games.
Oh, lordy! Oh, no! This is what we're not doing. This whole woke bush. Dude, I can't believe it. Can I just say, just having woman in game is not woke? Can we just agree on that, please? Alright, so give me 1 second while I add a bunch of the memes and stuff from the Discord.
I can't wait for that one.
Are you sure? While I'm adding these, we can start getting ready for our homework. We had 3 homeworks today. Stop looking at his bush. Stop looking at his bush.
Oh, no, I'm done with that.
Okay. Yep, we had 3 homeworks today, which were top 5 comedy movies, top 3 waifus, and the 10 through 1 for the part 5. You could probably run down your comedies while I'm doing this.
Yes, I have 6 because I am a bum.
You are a big old baby, man.
In no particular order, I've got the Weird Al movie, which just recently came out, and it's hilarious, and I think that everybody should see it because it is a complete and total farce, and it is amazing. Hot Fuzz, which is it's a classic. Legitimate classic. Great British humor in that. What We Do in the Shadows, again, great British humor. It's just about 3 vampires living together and in modern day. And it's 3 different types of vampires. So you just got the gaudy, like, oh, yes, I'm a hoity-toity vampire. Then you just got a down and dirty, like, get done vampire. It's good stuff. Ace Ventura Pet Detective.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
You tell me.
No, it's great. It's great.
Great stuff.
I didn't expect
I wanted one Jim Carrey movie. I'm like, that's probably the one. Okay. Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Which is super funny. And then as I thought of Tropic Thunder, I was just like, Ben Stiller. And then I went Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah. That's on the list.
Dodgeball.
One True King
So
says,
that's my 6.
VG, you don't understand. I just want to play a game that discusses the political state of the world but doesn't involve minorities and women.
Yep.
The wokies have ruined that in the name of inclusion.
Yeah, it's got to be this very specific niche that you fall in. Yeah, you can talk about it, but you can't glorify certain things.
I don't understand.
And we will never understand.
I guess I will never understand. My 5 movies. Hot Fuzz. Number 1, I think it is the funniest movie I have ever seen in my life. Number 2, Idiocracy.
Idiocracy was on there, but I didn't want 7.
Number 3, Dodgeball. Number 4, Team America World Police.
Oh, I forgot about Team America. I would probably put that on there as well.
Number 5, Rush Hour.
Muhammad Jihad.
Now, Rush Hour isn't the funniest thing I've seen, but it's a comedy, and it is probably one of the most entertaining movies I've seen. Do your waifus while I continue to add this.
Waifus are very difficult. I would not like to be judged for my choices.
Understandable.
And let us just say that everyone is 18 or above.
Yep.
All right? It's about the personality and whatnot. All right, people? I got Haru.
Okay.
Because I'm a big, dumb Mark who likes boring people, and she's a boring person, and that's my speed. Haru is the... I have Satsuki Kiryuin from Kill la Kill because she is she would be fiercely loyal. She would be get done. Somebody would insult me and she would take care of business. I would feel safe with her. And there's a VTuber called Lulu Suzuhara who has the best voice I've ever heard. She has an amazing voice, and she is the same speed of just normal, slow, and boring. Other VTubers, oh yeah, ooh, big loud people, but she is so slow and calm, and it's fantastic. I love her. That's my 3.
So this is gonna be a bit weird for me because at least one of these, I'm sure most people have never heard of. So I'm going, ew, VTubers.
That's fine. I accept that.
I have Komi.
She was up there. I only had 3 though.
I have Rukia.
Rukia was up there. I had 3 though. I couldn't.
So there's a character named Kyo in My New Wife is Forcing Herself to Smile, which is an old time political marriage in samurai time. So there's a super strong samurai, and the reason she smiles a lot is because she's like, my husband is so awesome and I want to jump his bones, but I have to be a proper lady. Against everybody else, she just acts normally, but for him it's always a nervous smile. So they both love each other. It's just like, I have to she's so disgusted by me, I have to become a better man to be worthy of her, and she's just like, I want his penis so bad. But she's also super strong, super great at housework. She's such a nice person. I love her. So that would be mine. Back and forth, and Lady Kyo from Naruto.
We ain't here to judge. I've always said there's one thing that we don't do, and that's king shaming, except for the 2 things that we absolutely will king shame you for.
Hi Zaldonix says, top characters from new Pokemon game.
That's going to be difficult. Oh, you know what? It's not going to be difficult because some of them gym leaders are... Whatever that hipster gym leader is, she's got such a great design. That's the one.
I love all the gym leaders, and that's the beginning and the end of it. Their
humans are so hidden.
There's one dude that's just an everyman who's just like, I have to work. Just like, let's end this quickly so I can get back to work. And he's just in a suit and tie battling with a briefcase. I love him. I saw that video y'all took that talking about Ippo and Flame and Rekka. Y'all was spoiling everything.
I said spoilers in there. I said it. But it's going to be taken down and put back up because the audio was horrible. It was very, very low. And we're going to have to boost that audio.
Number 10, Beach Boy and Grateful Dead fight.
Number 10, Spice Girl.
Number 9, Trish pushing the seats back in the plane.
Number 9, Beach Boy and Grateful Dead, because it couldn't be number 10.
Number 8, Is There a Problem That I'm a Girl?
Number 8, I liked Abakio being punched through when it was just like, get the ball, and it's just, BAM! That was it was better in the manga because you couldn't see the clearly in pink haired dude just standing there. But it was just that big shock of this dude is doing a nice thing, and then bam.
Number 7, Kraftwerk tapping the bullet. I don't know why, but the visual of it while he's just talking, I don't know why I love it so much. I can do this.
Number 7, the White Album fight.
Okay, yep.
I like that fight, just the ending. It would be higher if not for the ending.
Number 6, Dia's split personality. I like the concept of it, not so much the execution of it.
Number 6, the Black Sabbath fight. This was when Giorno was better.
Yeah.
And there was some good stuff in there. And it's just, this is a busted stand that has a glaring weakness. We just got to exploit that, and I've always liked that.
Also, fun fact, there's a good chance that Clyde will interview LTG. That is not a combination I would think of.
Okay.
Number 5, Geo's Gold Punch. It is something that's very interesting in his repertoire that is never used again. It's a very underutilized mechanic that could have a lot of utility. So it's right in the middle.
Number 5, King Crimson's intro. I think that it's a lot of intrigue there. The mystery of what is this dude doing? He's clearly very strong and very powerful. And then you just like, I would like to know more about this person.
Number 4, Purple Haze.
Number 4, Geo.
Number 3, Sleeping Slaves.
Number 3, Naranchia's Death.
Number 2, Brick Snake.
Number 2, King Crimson as a whole.
Number 1, Babyface fight.
Number 1, the final fight.
I'm surprised you have Babyface in there.
Things had to go.
Okay.
Things had to move. Things had to go.
Fair. That's fair. I hate Brick Snake so much, dude.
I understand. I'm not fighting you over Brick Snake.
Oh, he's been donating a lot, and he became a top donator and wanted to stream.
Really?
We just asked Just Stop. Just like, hey, would you like a stream interview?
But LTG, he's cash minded.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, what's up, Sussy Luck? I don't know why I like the name Sussy Luck.
But you done missed it.
You done missed it.
You done came in with all this DSP stuff, and this is the industry. We're gonna ask questions, and then we get enough out.
All right. So, what was the question that I saw? See, this is why I like the other, because it goes a lot. DSP is the weirdest one to me out of the trio fours. That includes Wings and LTG. DSP is the perfect amount. I've said this before, but LTG is just not funny enough.
He's too much of the meme.
He embraces it.
He goes too far into it and he is LTG.
And Wings is more sad than funny.
He's too sad.
I don't enjoy watching him. But DSP is the right amount of sad and the right amount of funny to where one day you'll go, wow, I just really feel bad for DSP right now. And the very next day you'll go, this guy is the biggest hunk of
Meme
garbage.
Spice says, great stream.
No. How do you feel about the discourse of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet right now? I feel like it's very fair in that people are going, I understand there's a lot of technical issues, but I'm having fun with it. But it doesn't detract from the people going, I can't embrace the game the way I would like because there are some distracting technical issues.
I can understand the people going, this is a
Meme Spice says,
multi-billion-dollar
yes.
franchise, and Nintendo is one of the 3 big video game makers, and they can't put out a game that runs well. I can understand that.
Yes. I am perfectly fine with the discourse right now. I am fine with the people that are just saying, I'm having fun and I don't really care about it. I am fine with the people saying, no, this is trash. Look at the game. It's not running well. I can't enjoy it.
I can't take away somebody going, I'm having fun. But I can't just force somebody to have fun.
Oh,
so
Sussy.
both are
Alfonso Rodriguez
justified.
says, top 5 comedy relief characters.
Sussy, the auction is over.
It's done.
Yeah,
we're out of here.
When we have the out on the mission sign, we're just taking questions now. We're basically out of here. Do you have a favorite villain in Fairy Tail? I like the red haired girl that beat up Lucy. I just like crazy women like that in anime.
She was good. I feel like I do. I like Juvia when she was a villain. I'm gonna look up villains because I know there's somebody that I'm like, I know I like them.
While you're doing that, write down this homework. Top 5 Black Clover moments.
Yeah, while I'm doing that, I'm looking something up.
Yep. You were just talking about multitasking earlier. What happened, sir?
Well, that's just 2 different things.
Oh, so somebody can't multitask. Brick Snake all day. You lucky on time. You out.
I like the personality of Zareth. I like his whole. I just want to love.
And die.
Green hair girl, Brandish. Brandish is good.
There you go.
But she's not. She gets out of the villain role pretty quickly.
Only way you guys are getting LTGs if you get Destiny to ask them. I wouldn't have anything to ask of an LTG.
I got nothing to say to LTG.
I would do so many dark things for a Phil interview.
I don't watch the dude. I don't know much about him, so I got nothing to say to the dude. I also like the Jason Statham dude being just like, girls.
So we got the homework, top 5 Black Clover moments, and top 5 comedy relief characters. Let me check the other thing in case y'all been asking y'all questions over there. Oh, some people have. For a field video, could you loop these in the starting screen instead of art? Phil does not deserve debt skill.
We don't know when the next Phil stream is, so who's to say we remember this? But I see no reason why not.
Yeah. I heard about you guys from Triggered, so I was wondering if you guys had beef or something, or was this just back and forth criticism? So what happened with Triggered is initially we had a debate about Black Clover on our channel. It's still up. And it was mostly cool. It was just like he was saying, I don't hate Black Clover like that. I just like messing with the fans. And we're just like, okay, well, there's not really just much to talk about it. So we just went back and forth. And then he was live streaming something about One Piece Sucks. So we started to restream that live stream. So he hopped into that and we started having a discussion about One Piece. And finally, he did a Just Stop video. He did a response to Just Stop's video.
Before the restream one, he came to our Discord and asked, was there any problems that we had with Demon Slayer?
Yes.
And that started up a whole thing where we had problems and he wasn't necessarily receptive to those problems. And then he left.
See, here's part of the problem with the Trigger thing when he came to our Discord. He went, what are your problems with Demon Slayer? And we laid him out. And then he went, but what about this in One Piece? And it's like, no, you asked for our problems in Demon Slayer, and we're telling you them, please respond to those problems. And he promised to make, well, he didn't promise, but he said he was going to make a video about these issues, and even did a community post about one of our issues, like, this is how you know people don't read, about something with Zenitsu. And we were just waiting on a response. It never happened. So we got into a couple debates about Demon Slayer where we were like, what is breathing? How is the breathing different? And he just was not hearing us. He was not understanding our points. And finally, the two things happened where he did the Just Stop video and we started live streaming that. And he was like, he DM'd me like, do you have a problem with the video? Let's talk about it. And we had many problems, and I responded, and he was like, all right, hop in. We hopped in a call. Now, I thought I had told him we were streaming it, but I didn't. But I don't see that to be as big an issue as he believes, because he was like, what if I doxed myself? If he was just like, I thought this was going to be a back and forth private thing, that I can believe more than what if I just randomly doxed myself. I don't understand that.
But my whole thing with that is, everything that was said in public. Yeah. So the squashing can also be said.
But it wasn't about squashing. That's part of my us because Triggered likes to turn things into what he wants to believe the story to be. So the story became us talking about each other the last time, or talking to each other for the last time, was supposed to be about us squashing the beef or whatever. There was never any
Meme
beef
Spice
with
says,
Triggered.
He already doxed himself.
Yeah, he already doxed himself.
And he's talking about what if he doxed himself. This was in his Discord. This was in an open channel. Why would he, to some people that he doesn't even know, just go, yeah, I went up to my house and there was this very specific restaurant called this and this, and I pulled out my wallet and it fell down and somebody picked it up and was like, your name is James?
Oh, nice to meet you, James.
Why would he say anything like that? But it was absolutely on us for not letting him know that it was going to be streamed.
But again, I don't see it was a problem. But anyway, so we're talking. He just like, oh no, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Absent of anything, like his computer just crashed or whatever, and he's just like, I'm done talking. So after that, he said he was done talking to us, done talking about us, and that was basically the end of it. We revisited his video, and that was basically the end of it. And then in his community post, he keeps talking about us. So quite recently, some of our fans pointed out that he thinks that we did an interview with Just Stop because he was quote unquote roasting us about Just Stop, when you can go back to the Triggered stream we did in July, and we said we did the interview with Just Stop the week before. The interview was recorded, but we were coming up on viewer request month, so it kept getting pushed back and pushed back. And the very first video after our viewer request month was the Just Stop interview. It was immediately uploaded. But he believes that we did it in response to him, like we scrambled to make a video.
Like we can't clap back to him, so we had the dude do it for us.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous, dude. And he just keeps talking about us. Recently, he started watching Just Stop's response to his response, and he's just like, those two muffs and that A List Exists channel and stuff like that. He's still talking about us, even though he said he would no longer be talking about us. He's just a hypocritical dude that cannot explain his issues of things. And he can't even explain why he hates One Piece or loves Demon Slayer. And he acts like he don't like Demon Slayer like that, but the second you say something about Demon Slayer, he's flying off the handle. It's so... I don't get the guy.
Necessarily, going back to the question, no, there's not really beef. Got nothing against him.
I hope the best for him. I hope he grows and learns how to absorb criticism and be able to respond to it in a succinct way, instead of just derisively laughing and going, y'all clearly ain't got friends. He said Just Stop don't got friends or a girlfriend because he watches Fairy Tail. Like, how are you a person like this? I have no interest in doing anything with or for Triggered, unless it is a video completely directed at us. Otherwise, there's nothing I care about for the guy. I had a script. I have a complete script written for responding to his hallucination point in that Demon Slayer video. I kind of don't even want to do that. I might just put it out onto the channel, or not to the channel, but the Discord, and just let people read how dumb he was. So... thankfully we didn't get too much. Wings embraces that he is what he is, since he allows trolls to do what they like, while LTG has a constant war with trolls, trying to take down any videos involving him.
Yeah, because LTG is in a better position money-wise, and Wings is just like,
Master
if you want to
Jinx
troll
says,
me,
I love both Seraph and Mavis so much. I think both are very interesting and have a lot of good in their characters, but both of them are handled terribly. I just wish they were in a better anime.
Yeah, there's good stuff there, but it's just like, that's Fairy Tail for you.
The problem with LTG is he's clout hungry. Oh, absolutely. Self-hating racist. Absolutely. While being racist in general. Makes zero original content and overall has so many boring screens. Check out Joshua Cornstar for more information. People in our Discord have been linking to a lot of LTG stuff, and it might interest me to eventually check out something from him. I'll see a clip every now and then. I'll go, wow, what the...
Yeah, I don't get really much of them, which is odd.
I'm thinking of starting Black Clover. Do you recommend it? Yes. Black Clover is very good in the beginning, and then it wanes and ebbs and flows in between good and pretty bad. The current arc I'm really enjoying, but we'll see where it goes.
Female emotional.
Oh yeah, he said we were female emotional in the Discord, and that everybody was ganging up on them.
Favorite starter Pokemon from each gen.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to write that down for some homework.
Not necessarily, because there's only a couple that we can do.
Sure, but I like design. I know of them.
Here's the pictures.
He doxed himself. Yeah, in his Just Stop response video, he goes to Google and looks for something. Bigfoot, the Bigfoot part, I believe, and it shows a map of where he is. the rough state, not the rough state, but the rough area in the state of where he is.
First gen, Bulbasaur, easy.
Bulbasaur.
Second gen, Chikorita. Chikorita's amazing. Shut up, Eric and Corey, you pieces of garbage. Eric's not listening, so I can say whatever I want.
Typhlosion.
Third one, grass again. Treacle.
No, water for me.
Fourth,
I got nothing for you.
Oswalt? I think it. Piplup. I like Piplup. Piplup looks cool.
Yeah, I got nothing for you. But I would probably pick the water.
Fifth. This is probably the one
I do
fire
grass.
that I'll rock.
Nah, I do grass.
Sixth one.
I rock that fire. Jesus, I love that fire.
Probably the frog.
Little bow tie.
What is this? 2, 4, 6, 7. Seventh. The seventh generation.
The bow tie.
The owl. Yeah, the owl is good. Eighth generation. Give me grass monkey. I'm a grass man. Hey, weed. Shut up.
I'll take the fire.
The most recent generation, the
Grass.
duck is flames.
Oh yeah, he has a great introduction too.
Where he's flipping his hair. I love the duck.
I don't know what it is about a cat grass Pokemon that got me, but it got me.
No, it's very simple. It's quite good. Most of them is grass for me. I'm always a grass dude.
Oh, he also deleted the community post about the interview, so he's watching you, or his fans are watching us and reporting. What cowardice! You called us out. You
Alfonso
acting like you
Rodriguez
this
says,
big
I don't
man.
understand the hype around for Charizard is so overrated. Bulbasaur and Venusaur much more interesting Pokemon.
Charizard is a mid at best Pokemon.
I was talking to Chris about the big champion battle thing, and it's just like, here's this dude with a Pikachu, here's this dude with a Dragonite, and 2 people got Charizards. It's like, come on.
And he wants to explain it like, oh, well, it's because of it. No, stop that. He's trash. Already docked himself. Sugar stands for nothing. He sounds like he got mood swinging and he's 27, I think. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, his I keep saying this because it's one of the only things that I saw. His most recent thing where he restreamed the Just Stop response. He just goes, whatever I say in my streams are off the cuff, so that you shouldn't take them as truth. So it's just go, okay, so you can just say whatever you want. The people that's going to believe it are going to believe you to be true. And the people that disagree with you, they're going to be like, oh, it's just BS, so whatever. So no matter what, you can't be wrong.
Yeah, good to know there's no unnecessary beef. Yeah, I would have no problem with Triggered if he wasn't just constantly lying on us.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't like. Like
he just lies when it's just convenient.
And I don't like that. Don't lie on us. We never said blank. We didn't do this. We aren't that. And we have so much fun watching his content, which is the sucky part.
Well, that one video.
That video was fun.
Absolutely.
The live stream was fun. Well, the One Piece one. Because he was just like, One Piece has these roadblocks. And it's hilarious to me. Like, you're not explaining nothing. Hallucinations. Oh my God. That's so cap. I still have that sound bite. I am somebody that has trouble with reading, but go and read a Rumakun manga. If I see Mark talk about this manga, I'm sorry. There was not room, so I wrote it out later.
Yeah, Rumakun is very, very good. I am absolutely loving it. It is high up there for me. It's one of those things. I'm like 115, and there's almost 300 chapters. It's getting to the point where I'm like, I gotta pull back so I can stretch it out.
I just think everything was hilarious in that situation is all. Yeah. 95% of it is funny as...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just once he starts lying and stuff and the pivoting to other arguments, because he had an argument about... we were talking about Crocodile. He just goes, don't you guys think that the Crocodile fight was BS? And we go, what about the fight? He goes, I don't remember the fight. But he brought up the fight and stuff like that. That's the frustrating stuff. We're just supposed to agree with him when he go, yeah, it's bullshit. And he doesn't feel the need that he has to explain what's BS about it.
So he remembers that it's quote unquote BS, but he doesn't remember the BS aspects of it. He keeps talking about One Piece, Black Clover, all these other series, but he has notably said multiple times that it's clear you don't like this manga Just Stop. when he was watching Demon Slayer. So why do you keep reading it? But he keeps reading One Piece or getting secondhand information. And if that's the case, you shouldn't speak on it. He keeps reading Black Clover, and he's literally said, "I like to read bad things." But Just Stop is not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to do that. The hypocrisy, dude.
It's just stuff like that gets annoying.
I was disappointed that Destiny platformed low tier God when he did. Destiny is a weird dude.
I know almost nothing about Destiny.
LTG streams is just him being a fake scholar, rage quitter, and glorified races, and yet he still has got a dedicated fantasy.
I think it's just him playing up the character because he knows that people are here for this character, so he does the rage quit. He calls people scrubs or whatever, and then he bounces out, and people will pay for that. So it's him playing the game, and
it's like
Phil is opposed to doing that, and LTG is not LTG. Wings is doing that, but he's just doing it because he needs to.
Yeah,
and I don't want to see somebody struggling like that.
The thing was LTG is that. He himself think he's an enigma when in reality he's just a hair-losing, 40-pushing loser who still writes the coattail of his embarrassing loss.
Almost 40? He looks good.
That loss to who was it? Viscount, I think it was.
You're gonna want to come back here and wash the taste of my dick out of your mouth. I was like, oh, you can't even say nothing because you lost.
You Chikorita,
Chikorita's the Bayleaf is the. You're all wrong.
BG loves the fox. BG furry confirmed. That is not a confirmation. It just looks cool. Though Haru was about to be in my waifu from Beastars.
I stayed away from that.
Yeah.
Cause I was like carrot, but I was like, I ain't trying to hear this.
Sadly, the Cat's final Evo is disappointing.
Yeah, a lot
Absolutely.
of them are. I don't like any of the final ones. I like the second ones, except for the fire one. I think the fire one just has the best one, but it's just kind of like a fire alligator. The secondary forms are better, except for the fire ones. His is the bad one.
So they have this new, let's just call it Christianization mechanic. Where you use it, and whatever your type is, there's something on your head that
Neo Arcadia says, "Guys, I don't want any woke politics in my game about war."
Nope. War is not political, but WOMS is. So for grass, they'll get like a flower, and I thought it was special to each Pokemon and not just the types of Pokemon.
It seems like it's just an evergreen.
Yeah, it is an evergreen.
You're just gonna get a big ghost on your head.
It's exactly, and I was like, oh, that sucks because you got something like Mankey or Hitmonchan, which has a punch, which would have a boxing glove for fighting, but a Hitmonlee has feet. So they shouldn't get a boxing glove. Not all grass Pokemon are like this flowery thing. So with the cat grass, I was like, oh, a flower, that makes sense for the prettiness and all that stuff. And then it was just like, oh no, that I saw another grass dude, and I was like, oh no, I was fooled. Two Charizards equal meta.
Get out of here.
Nothing he says in a stream matters. Why would anybody even watch it?
For entertainment value.
If you want to somewhat decent time travel shenanigans story, read Let's Lagoon. Couple of kids stranded on a desert island with time stuff. It's not as etchy as the cover would lead you to believe. Destiny will put on anyone.
Oh my goodness. This is as etchy as this cover is leading me to believe. Oh no. I'll check this out.
Destiny will put on anyone as long as they make him laugh. The problem is that he only places characters. Whoops, went a little bit too fast. The only problem is that he only places characters to a very small degree. Trust me, if you watch these streams, 90% of them will be him still faced playing games. And that's after his garbage commentary for the first 3 hours of his stream. So he's only somewhat playing the character. Besides Urza running the gauntlet, what are your favorite moments in Fairy Tail? I loved Wendy getting Dragon Force for the first time. That was a great one.
In the tournament when Wendy goes don't coddle me like this. If you want to beat me, you're going to have to beat me down till I can't stand up. You think you can do that? And I just love that line of, do you think you can do that? And I love her healing the person so that she, her win thing overshoots because she put too much into it. It's a great moment. And also I love Ichigo Vandalay Kotobuki. Whatever Ichigo Vandalay Kotobuki does at the very end where he just goes, I can't let a lady do this by herself, and he guides Christina into acting along here. Fantastic. He should have died.
There should have been a lot of dies. I'm gonna reading to get really disappointed, especially chapter 194 and 195. Those really made me a big fan of the manga. If he says anything about Dragon Ball, I am going to explode. I like Bayleaf and Magnum.
Megalium.
Okay, there you go. I just don't like Chikorita.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's faulty. All these women engaged need Batman to wham wham them.
I need to wham wham.
I love Typhlosion so much because he was my first Pokemon, which is fair. I have a theory that Earl is going to regress. It looked like an L. That's my fault. That Eri is going to regress Shigaraki to Tenko, and they are going to forget. Oh, Lord. Don't do it. Don't do it. My hero is the stinky poo, y'all. It's a bit hyperbolic, but it's that's not the reason why he similarly brings on anyone. Should Pokemon Scarlet and Violet be my first Pokemon game? No, they're not very good. They're fun enough, but I feel like it's too easy. I did what I needed to do very quickly, and now I'm just going through the motions. So it's on the back burner right now.
Was there anything in questions before we go?
Oh yeah, good point. Because some people might know how to follow the rules. Nobody knows how to follow the rules. So it is what it is.
Normal stream next week, probably.
Yeah, nothing special.
Might do that in video games are no longer fun thing. My goodness.
That was crazy. Are you guys still fans of Mauler EFAP? Everything that's come out, and thinking back, I honestly can't support him. I don't know what's come out.
What's come out? What exactly has come out? Because I haven't seen anything.
Oh, something with Rags? Oh, I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that's come out. I don't watch too much EFAP. I watch the Restreamer drama because I found that to be very interesting. But for the most part, I don't watch EFAP.
Yeah, let me know what happened because it must not have been that big enough, or just more of the same stuff that Rags has always been doing.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Let's give it until 6:02 to see if he comes back. Let's play all the single furries real quick.
Yeah, we can do some.
No! Are you crazy?
Hey, man, it was a big crit. Hey, you know what? Some people didn't see it.
They most certainly didn't. That's for the real ones, we said.
Hey, we got some real ones here right now, so
they know. They saw it already.
Nah, maybe we'll do a little all the single furries.
Do you think that's gonna be good for us?
All the single furries.
This is not gonna be good because we done already done the carrot stuff. I can't listen to this.
He took the headphones off. He's a coward, y'all.
All the single furries, 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 all the single furries. Now put your paws up. I'm just a pop, don't know how to.
This is so bad, John. I can't believe.
Horrendous.
He turned his head around. I gotta cut this off.
I can't.
He is not having any parts of this, y'all.
I can't.
Oh boy! See, this thing is amazing. Can't even watch it because DA will refuse it.
You can do whatever you want.
Only the real ones know all the single furries. What do you think of Dobby? He sucks.
I don't like Dobby. I don't like Dobby at all.
I forgot about this. What the is this? Amazing. Watch it back. This is the greatest thing ever. Gotta turn the video down. I'm not the only one at home today. And I'm not explaining this.
Hey, what the
It's a lot to explain in text, but it's a mixture of platforming bigots and not pushing back on Raz, especially when he dismissed the YouTuber's experience with cancer simply for crying at Luke Skywalker. Oh my God! What the? Turn it off.
That's so cap. Yeah, it's off. It's fine. We're good now.
Yeah.
Platforming bigots. I don't know who the bigots were, and I don't know what the bigots said. So I don't know.
I will say this: EFAP, they like to believe themselves to be leftists or centrists. They lean right with a lot of their guests.
I don't care about any of this S stuff.
But
we would have to say, I would have to know who the person was. What did they say? Did the host know that they have said these things?
My whole point of that is there's a lot of bigotry with the right. And if you're bringing on a lot of right-leaning people, they probably have said some things. There's someone out there that's probably said a thing.
And with the cancer thing, I don't remember exactly what that was, but I think it was some dude was crying. I think it was in this. If I'm wrong, just please correct me. Some dude was inspired by Mark Hamill when he was a youngster, and he was going through cancer treatments and stuff. And he cried seeing him again in Mandalorian. And Rags was like, "What the are you crying for?" And yeah, I can't remember exactly what happened from there. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's a really things to say. But you have to realize that the dude he appeared in Last Jedi not 3 years prior to that. So it's like
it can be a shocking thing.
Yeah, but it's like Rags was definitely harsh with it, but it's also, you know, it's
you can't marginalize people's experience of crying with seeing something.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like if you haven't seen something in a very, very long time, that's something. But he had just seen Luke, that same Luke in The Last Jedi. So I don't know.
Like it's too early to have this type of emotional response.
But again, if it's something tied into the young Luke, that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, I don't necessarily remember the exact specifics of it. I just remember the whole outline of it. Yeah, that's it.
There are a lot of people that get on EFAP that are WOMs and trans people, and yeah, it's not great stuff. It's not great stuff.
I don't know of these people, so I don't know what you're talking about. Who?
I'll say it off the air because these are all allegations and secondhand information.
Because I don't know these people that rock up, and again, we would have to know what I know. I would have to know what they said. I would have to know that the people knew about it and stuff like that.
It's the fact that Rag said Star Wars Theory is 30 now, meaning he should be over and not cry at simply seeing a character that got him through a horrible time in his life. Age does not matter. You can be 50 and cry over a character that got you over something important in your life or a hard time. Mm-hmm. You can't marginalize people's feelings because of their age.
Yeah, but I would have to hear the whole quote to just remember exactly what was said and everything. But
we can't speak too much for or against it because
we don't have the full story.
We don't have enough information on it. I don't disbelieve that.
Yeah, like I said, I remember that was the situation roughly, but I don't remember exactly everything that was said, and all the single furries are still absolutely on the screen.
I had to minimize it.
Yeah, like I said, I remember thinking that that's a thing to say, but it's
he may be she.
Yeah, he's a she person, and people listen to Chris Brown even though they know he did the wham wham.
He's getting
it.
He's getting some pushback now. He got disinvited from the American Music Awards. And Kelly Rowland gave a speech of just like, it's been so long, forgive him. And people are like, that wasn't his only incident, and it hasn't been so long. Let's stop the bullshit.
Yeah, let's hold him accountable.
So they're giving him some. So, like, I have no idea what's going on right now, but I do know is that you should all read Kaiju Girl. Kamalee's is great and deserves more readers. What would you think if Eri power is used to redeem Shigaraki?
It'd be horrible.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
He doesn't need to be redeemed. Kill him. I put it back on my headphones because I need to hear it.
You don't need to hear it. Oops, it was on the other page. I have so many. I gotta delete some of these.
Tell them they can shove off.
Oh my goodness! My watch tried to vibrate. I'm like, somebody calling me? What the?
What was it?
It's just dying.
Or are you? Yeah. So normal stream next week, and we are out of here. Oh, revisited either tomorrow or Monday. Regular revisited, and check it out maybe next week sometime.
Definitely next week sometime.
So y'all should be getting 2 videos and a stream next week. Aren't you the lucky ones?
3 videos.
I said 2 videos, didn't I?
You said 3.
Did I say 3 videos?
You absolutely said 3.
I meant 2 videos.
Unless I misheard it. One of us is wrong.
Yep.
You decide.
And shove
it's
off.
over.
We will.